What's going on, everybody?
Whoa.
What's going on? Ready.
So,
I slept for like 12 hours today. I'm ready to go.
yeah,
Nice.
it must be. I slept for like 3.5 hours, but it was just 5 o'clock this morning. So, yeah, had a late night last night. So, if I fall asleep, y'all just carry on. Y'all see me fall out of my chair?
Sounds good.
We'll put on some Chariots of Fire music, dude. Keep you alive.
Put on,
All
put
right,
on the
we
Rocky soundtrack.
Yeah.
What's that?
Put on the Rocky soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll get me going. All right, Hall of Notes is here. Good evening and good morning.
Oh, Hall
Well,
Notes.
What's going on, Cody? Greetings and
Hey, Cody.
salutations. Good to see you, buddy.
Colin.
up, Cody.
So Brad, this is kind of your thing. So you want to kind of explain to everybody what we got going on here?
Just kind of came up with the idea. We've been doing a little bit of top 5 streams, and we all like sports movies. We just came up with the top 5 sports movie stream, and then we kind of narrowed it down to movies where there's an actual sporting event in it, that are more narrow focused as opposed to, just a movie that's about somebody who plays sports or whatever. Just it's kind of hard to narrow the genre down because
Yeah.
any number of things could be a sports
Yeah.
movie. I mean, Swim Fan could be a sports movie because they compete in swimming, So that was the idea, and as usual, we'll just get on here and pull something out of our ass and have some fun with it.
There you go.
Easy,
So,
easy done.
guys, I know the normal thing here is to go around and introduce everybody, but I feel like everybody knows everybody by now. You guys got anything y'all want to say to pimp your channel?
No, it's been
No,
fun.
Really?
I didn't think
Glad
so.
to everybody else.
I don't want to put you on the spot, so I figured I'd give you all the option.
I think we all at this point know. Everyone knows everyone. Like,
Yeah,
I think
we got
everyone
the
knows
same group of great
everyone.
guys that always seem to join us here, and
Yeah.
so I figured save the hassle. Paul, what's going on, man?
Oh, big Paul.
Good, Paul.
Scolder 22, hello, man. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
You got another hello from him, and
Hey,
another one.
All 4.
Yeah, I guess he hit up every one of our channels, or maybe that's a fuck up.
He probably went
White
to all-
Tim, what's going on, man?
Yeah, he's doing like a four screens.
Yeah, all at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's funny is if I type something here, it types 4 times. So I can say all kind of shit. That's gonna go to all y'all channels, like y'all were saying.
That's why we all give the information to Alan. Nobody trusts anybody else with it.
Shit.
Said that right.
Say hello to Scholar. What's up, Eckstein? How you doing?
Come on, Chris.
Johnny's Boutique Podcast in the house. What's going on, brother?
What's up?
Big Johnny. He's brushing up on the Severin films for the Friday Night Severin stream. Which is what
Now,
I've
are
been
we doing top 5 or top 10? I think
Probably
we're doing
top
top 5,
5,
aren't we?
depending on how many people show up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm hoping I'm making it. I'm not sure yet.
If we get only 3, probably 10. If we get 4, probably 5. If it ends up being me and Johnny, probably top 100.
What
I'm
time
gonna
is
be
it?
there.
I think
time's that one?
I think he said it was 10. I don't know. I don't know what Johnny is. Johnny will tell us in the chat what time Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely be there. I only got about 20 titles from Severin, so mine's gonna be easy.
Yeah.
So
I got some good Severin picks in my collection.
I plan on kind of going crazy this year at the sale if I can get the website to work.
Just don't start till 4 a.m.
Just
Yeah.
wait till the next day. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're not
Right.
gonna miss on anything.
Scolder 22 says, "Yeah, got to support all the channels." I appreciate it, buddy.
That's appreciated.
Yep. Thanks.
Future
All right.
boy, what's going on, man? Hello, everyone. I'm a fan of soccer, the greatest game on earth. Doesn't get represented in big picture. What a shame.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
are there
it
any
is.
big soccer movies? 'Cause, I mean, it's the most popular sport on earth, from what I understand. The
Yeah,
only
well,
one that-
Well, there's
I've
Bend It Like
always
Beckham.
been
That's
like
a.
Beckham. Yeah, that's the only one that
And there
I
was
have.
a old movie from the 70s called Victory. Might have been early 80s. It's got Michael Caine and maybe Sylvester Stallone.
Stallone.
I think
Yeah,
there's
Stallone's
the
in
Mary
that
Kate and Ashley Olsen one too.
Oh yeah.
that will be on Brian's list.
Yep.
That's number 1 for him. That's a spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a few documentary on sports stars.
What's going on, man?
Dirk, what's up? What's going on, Dirk?
Oh, there he is.
He's been doing a lot of work on his channel. He's going to be putting out a lot of videos. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, Dirt's a good guy, man. He's always supporting us, everybody. White Tim says she's the man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, gold.
Goal is decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Victory, another good one. I know back in the day, man, that they used to show that on HBO all the damn time. And I was young. I was too young to give a shit about it. And I was like, ready for something else to come on. And they seemed every time I turned on HBO, that was on. So I didn't watch it until later in life, and I really appreciated it a lot more. All right. Robert Mono said, "What's up, fellas? The college football movie, The Program, has to be on someone's list." Yeah, that's a good one.
We'll soon find out.
We shall see. Shalom Soccer says Hollow Notes. Am I saying that right? White Tennis says Brian Banks and Grader is also soccer.
Well, you would think there'd be more, but I mean, it's just not very popular in America.
Yeah, it's weird.
So, I guess we're going to go around the clock here. Brad, do you want to go first for your number 5? We're going to get started here.
I'm ready to go.
Yep.
It's a fucking eco case.
He's barely 6 minutes in.
They're just standard releases. As Alan was saying, there's not a lot of boutique stuff, sports genre. I kind of have specific tastes, but this is the least degenerate of my stack here. But it's Moneyball.
Okay.
The Brad Pitt. I've always, ever since the movies came out, I liked it, and you get those, I played baseball like every other kid all the way up, and the Brad Pitt always says, it's easy to be romantic about baseball because, it was a better time, you're younger, all that stuff. But it's a great story based on true events. I'm sure it wasn't exactly like this. But Billy Beane, Brad Pitt's character, wrote a book about, his story and all the system and all that stuff. And he's copying another famous sports author who had a system for baseball. And the stuff I like in this is, it feels real because they show the real sporting events that took place. They got the best actors they could to match. And of course, Brad Pitt in this movie, if you haven't seen it, throws the most epic fits ever. He is every time something doesn't go his way, he's turning desks over, he's throwing baseball bats. It's a great time. And Jonah Hill, who sucks in my opinion, is actually really good in this, playing this weird, nerdy, loser type guy, like a background guy. You got Philip Seymour Hoffman playing the manager, who basically does nothing, but it's good to have him on screen. But I don't know who the guys they brought in, but to me, like I said, it felt very real. And the story is really about Billy Beane. It follows him and his progress and how he goes from being a joke to being literally offered his dream job in Boston for making him the highest paid GM in the sport. So this is an excellent one. If anybody hasn't checked it out, it's a tremendous sports movie. And it's another one that I believe, again, every sports movie doesn't have to be the down and outs become the World Series champions, because they, in fact, if anybody knows history, they don't win the World Series. So, but they make it very far with a micro budget, and the system works and all that stuff. So this is I don't know how slept on it is. I don't know if people know about it, but this is a tremendous sports movie, and it's number 5 on my list. You guys seen this one?
I have.
Yep. Yeah, I've got that one. Yeah, it's a good one. I enjoyed it too.
Strong pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Curious in the chat if anybody's actually seen that.
No, you guys want me to check the chat after every pick or after every round?
I don't know. What do you guys think? Probably every round.
Okay.
Yeah, probably every round.
That'll work.
I mean,
You guys hold tight.
probably
We'll
go
get to
around
you.
that.
Get your comments here in just a minute.
All right.
But this,
My
by the
next-
way, is like dirt cheap. At least
Yeah.
when I didn't buy it too long ago. I think I had a DVD of it, but it's dirt cheap. You can get this anywhere. It's definitely worth checking out.
Jace, what you got for number 5, buddy?
All right. So number 5, I just watched this movie last year because it came out on Umbrella, and I just had to grab it, and pleasantly surprised how much I enjoyed it. The original 1974, The Longest Yard.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
oh,
great
yes.
pick, man. Yeah, great pick.
Yeah, I had a ball with this. Obviously, this is a pro footballer who ends up in prison, and he has to train the prison team to verse the guards in this big epic match. And yeah, Burt Reynolds, he just Mr. Cool in this movie, man. And I just love all the training scenes of all the prisoners and the great epic match at the end, how brutal it is. And I know they've done a remake of this with Adam Sandler, but I really love this movie. Just great role from Burt Reynolds, man. I assume all you guys have seen this one.
Absolutely not PC at all, and it's awesome. How does he end up in jail, Jace? my favorite part is when he goes to jail.
Yeah, that's right. The car, isn't it? The car.
He's just like whipping. He's kind of like whipping his girlfriend's ass a little bit, and then he takes her. He gets hammered. I mean, it's crazy. That opening is nuts. You could not make that today.
No, there's no way. There's no way. That's a hell of a pick, Jace.
If you guys have not seen that, at least YouTube the opening of the original Longest Yard. It is and the movie, it just continues right down that path.
Yeah, and it's some of the even some of the stuff in the prison when he's training, you would not get away with some of the stuff that goes in there with some of the lines and very non-political. Let's just say that. But I just love the rivalry with the guards at the end, and oh man, it's epic.
Yeah,
Longest Yard, number 5 for me.
That was a strong pick.
Great pick.
How about you, Brian? What you got, buddy?
I mean, I got mostly comedies and like 90s stuff in my collection as far as sports movies go. So that's about the road you're going to see from me tonight. This a couple DVDs in here too. This first one's Major League.
Oh fuck yeah, that's an awesome one.
So I always love this movie. Tom Berenger, Charlie Sheen, Corbin Burnson. Got Rene Russo in here too, and I forget the guy, the big black dude in here. He's hilarious. I forget his name in the movie, but
the All-State guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the president in 24.
Yeah. And then Charlie Sheen is Brick Welting Vaughn. It's always hilarious in this. I don't know, just one I've always went back to as a kid watching this one. The sequel's really good too. The third one's not so great, but the sequel's very good.
Yeah.
Got like Wesley Snipes in the sequel too, Randy Quaid.
Yours, Joe Boo.
I love the manager. I love the manager.
Yeah,
oh man, he's the best part.
The Dorn keeps going and trying to shove his contract in the manager's face.
Yeah.
And then finally he takes the contract away from him, throws it on the ground, pulls his dick out right in the middle of the field in front of everybody, and pisses all over it.
No, the best part is they call his ass. He's working at a tire store. He's like, "Hey, you want to coach the Indians this year?" I don't know. I got somebody on the other line about some white walls.
Let me think about it.
Isn't the one guy who plays like Eeyore in here, right?
What's that?
There's one guy in here that's like the voice of Eeyore, basically, and Winnie the Pooh. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know. Maybe.
There's so many character actors in it. You got the old pitcher that's got like all the different chemicals and stuff up and down his body to help him throw the pitch better. And
you put snot on the ball. I put a little jalapeno on my hands or on my nose, whatever makes my nose run. Did you put snot on the ball? That's a funny ass movie.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, Brian, that was going to be in my top 5, but I couldn't find my physical copy of it. Got it on Voodoo, but that was going to be one of my top 5, but I couldn't find the physical of it.
Nice.
So that's a great pick. All right.
Again, another one totally not PC at all. Rated R for a reason, and I love all the banter between. Again, banter is so great in these sports movies. They're constantly busting each other's balls. It's awesome.
Yeah, and I like when they're rated R too.
Rated R comedies are a thing of the past, man.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
My number 5 is
Yard. Very cool.
Exactly.
My number 5 is also a sports comedy, and this is a classic also. Happy Gilmore. So
I knew that would come up. Nice.
This is probably my favorite Adam Sandler movie. There's so many quotable lines in this. The price is wrong, bitch. You get in a fight with Bob Barker. I'm sold, man.
Legit.
Get your ass beat by Bob Barker. But just a great movie, man. Like I said, it's a silly ass movie. And not only that, you got Jaws from the old James Bond movies. They're the big tall guy that can't even stand up hardly. But you got him chasing the dude down.
And then you got Carl Weathers in there as well as Chubbs.
Yeah, and And Shooter McGavin, what a slimy bitch.
Yeah.
Awesome role for him. Played it perfectly.
I like when he's wearing the shirt. He's like, "Guns don't kill people. I kill people."
Yeah.
But just a fun movie, man. I can go back and watch this anytime. It always makes me laugh. So I had to make my top 5. So it's number 5 for me.
Yep. Ben Stiller's great in that movie too.
Ben Stiller's awesome in that movie. It's the price is $250 per quilt. Yeah, well, we're talking some handmade quality shit here.
And then as soon as Adam Sandler turns around, he's all nice again.
He's super nice again. Tweety, right down to the left here.
How'd you like a warm glass to shut the hell up? Good to see.
And then he's like, remember, like when he's hugging the grandma, and then you can just see he's like, yeah, don't say
anything. My fingers hurt. What's that, dear? Your fingers hurt? Well, now your back's gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty. Anybody else's fingers hurt? Didn't think so. This is great.
Fun.
Gilmore throwing the bank guy through the window. You hate me, don't you? No, I don't hate you. next second, he just flying through a plate glass window.
Yeah, it's funny. Yes, man. It's probably my favorite Adam Sandler movie, I would say.
He knocks that woman out of the house whenever he's first hitting the tee, whenever across the way.
He's having that dream, remember, of his grandma, and Colwood is playing the piano and the other chick dancing.
Yeah, happy place.
Happy place.
All right, guys, we have got a ton of stuff in the chat, so we're going to get caught up real fast. And then we'll move on to our number 4 picks.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Rob Romano, what's up, fellas? The college football movie, we already read that one, sorry. I'm a little bit behind here. I think that's where we left off at. There we go. Sorry. All right, Rob Romano said, Ladybugs, the late great Dangerfield.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right, Dangerfield was awesome.
Yeah.
Physical Media Man, great top 5 idea. I love a good sports film. Yeah,
Physical
you me
Media
both.
Yep.
There he is.
Oh, no, it said, my top sports movies are weirdly most of the baseball movies, even though I don't care for the sport.
Yeah.
Hey, can't argue with it.
Yeah, you could easily have baseball, basketball, easily.
Yeah. Got to bounce around channels, give all you guys some love. Appreciate it, Rob.
Cool, Rob.
Very cool.
Sculder22 says, if Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby is not number 1, somebody gets fired.
I actually don't like that movie, Sculptor.
See, it's another thing, like a racing movie, some people might not call that a sport. Is it a sport?
I got one in particular I want to ask you guys after we're done. When everybody says all their picks, I'm going to ask y'all about one and see what y'all think.
Yeah.
So, our Physical Media Man says, only Jace wearing some sports gear. Yeah.
That's
standard rig for Jace.
Yeah. That's
I'm wearing jogs. Is that
fishing?
Is that fishing?
We all got the same, Pops is wearing a horror movie T-shirt. I'm wearing, I think, some Mothman shirt. It's always the same shit. Jace is wearing some.
I'll see if my Atlanta Falcons hat was in here, but it's not.
Yeah. Brian with baseball tees.
Yeah.
It's a baseball shirt. There you go.
There you go.
Just got Jaws in the background.
Katie Montana says, Moneyball, Brad, I'm shocked. Solid flick.
Beast and Heat is not a sports movie. Okay, so I had to pick up something else.
Yeah, every other top 5. Beast and Heat.
All right. Dirk says, yeah, no doubt, first Rocky, he don't get the belt.
Yeah, he was talking about where I said that, sometimes they don't win.
Yeah.
And it's still a good story.
All I know says, yeah, Moneyball is very known, at least to my mind.
Oh, that's good, man. I'm glad people actually saw it.
Eckstein says, Brian's always rocking the baseball tee.
True, Chris.
The last stream I was wearing a regular T-shirt, though.
Didn't know.
Rocky Balboa, the best loser. I'm going to take that on the positive side.
He's just like, you know what? I'm going to retry. He's like, I'm going to move past it. I believe Rocky Balboa's record is listed in Rocky 6 as like 25 and 19 or something like that. So, I mean, he was, journeyman type guy. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I'm pretty sure they list his record in Rocky 6. And it was something like that, where it was almost 500.
It's pretty good.
Piled up the losses in his early years.
I'm gonna have to look into that. Now, if you talk about his amateur career, maybe, but once he got the belt,
Well, before
So he lost
before
once to
Apollo
Mr.
1,
T.
before Apollo Creed 1, he was already 30 years old. So realistically, he was probably boxing as a pro for a minimum of 6 years at that time. So he probably did
true.
have, 25, 30 bouts by then
yeah.
already.
Yeah.
So you got me all twisted up talking about Rocky now.
Yeah.
Paul says top film remake isn't bad as well.
He's talking about The Longest Yard. I
Yeah,
know Paul's
yeah.
a huge fan of that movie as well. Yeah.
All right. Subjective, perspective, collective. That's the good better of the two.
He might be talking about the first Longest Yard. I'd probably say.
Yeah, maybe.
him.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert Monty, what's up, Johnny? How you
CP.
say that?
Willis Credia, that's my friend. Yeah.
Okay.
CP, what up? He's got a big channel. He does things like this. Big into sports as well. So
Oh, awesome.
hopefully
Well, thanks for being here, buddy.
he can add a few of his picks in the chat.
So
All right, Kirk
Ron,
said different time for sure. Yeah, it was could not be made today. That's for sure.
yeah.
Pedro Serrano, that was the
Yeah,
guy
that's
from
it.
Major League.
Yep.
Appreciate it, Rob. Robert Monty said, "Our Serrano, I can't remember. I think they just called him Serrano, I think.
Maybe that's his real
You don't
name. Dennis Heisbart.
Yeah, yeah. You don't help me now, I say, fuck you, Jobu. I got to get me a Jobu shirt.
I do it myself.
Scholar 22 says, Dennis Haysbert, yep. Love Major League, been a hot minute. Always a fun movie.
See that.
Physical Media Man says Major League is a classic. Challenger 5150, what's going on, buddy? What's up, guys? How we doing tonight? Sports movies tonight? Cool. You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
No.
Another.
That's
Talk
a
about
great
it.
one.
Talk about a hole in one.
I love his
That's-
his number one fan too, and Happy Gilmore, who's constantly trying to get him to go to dinner with him and stuff. Go to Sizzler on me, my treat.
Oh
I
yeah,
got hits Rocky later.
Paul Flaherty from
Yeah.
Freaking Geeks and stuff,
Hits Rocky. Hits fucking Happy later.
or Joe Flaherty. That's his name.
And Dirk said back when Sandler was funny.
Yeah.
Paul says, lay by the bay, I just may.
He loves all these movies, man. He's gonna have a good time in this stream. He's a big fan.
Good deal. Robert Monty says, check the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
You will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep.
Dirk said, good top, high fives all around except haven't seen Moneyball.
It's a good one, Dirk. It's fun.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Johnny's Boutique Podcast. Time to dust off a few pain pills and see where this ends up. LOL. Let's get it on. Jerry said, what's up? What's going on, Jerry?
Come on, Big Jerry.
And Johnny, if you can, verify that time for me for Friday night so we can let everybody know.
Yeah, Friday night for the Severin top 5.
All right. Dirk says,
You're rocking
the
the
real life
Severin
Rocky
hat.
now was the only undefeated heavyweight champ in history. Marciano was the man.
There's actually a pretty good There's a pretty good movie about Marciano too. That
Yeah.
what is his name? Oh man, he directed the Iron Man movie. Man, I can't think of his name.
Fabro?
But Favreau played Rocky Marciano in the movie.
And how do you say his name again? I don't say it wrong.
Willis Credia. Yeah. CP.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Without having access to my collection, stuck in the hospital, I say.
Oh,
Yeah. Click
Oh,
on
man,
the
that
line.
sucks.
Yeah, he's hospital at the moment. Yeah, I think he's written it yet properly. The next 2 comments. Yeah.
okay. Days of Thunder, Slap Shot, Bull Durham.
Bull Durham, The Warrior,
The
Major
Warrior,
League. He's done his top
Major League.
5. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Major League was your number 1. Nice.
Man, how did you get through the Warrior more than once?
Oh, man, The
mine.
Warrior's awesome, man. The Warrior's awesome. I watched the
did.
movie
I'm
3 or 4
telling ya.
times. That's a great movie.
Yeah,
I actually have a combat sports
Criterion.
background, so maybe that was the worst part of it. But I'm watching it; they're like throwing knees and shit and sparring. Like you'd never, if you threw a knee in
Yeah.
sparring, we'd be in a full out fight. You'd lose teeth if you threw a knee in sparring. They're throwing knees and doing spinning back elbows and shit in practice. I mean, it's totally ridiculous.
Really
Yeah, when you get past that part, Nick Nolte does a hell of a performance in that
I
movie.
love Nick Nolte and everything.
Nick Nolte acts his ass off in that movie.
He's not in it enough. That's my main issue with it is they got Nick Nolte and they didn't fucking use his ass very much. He's not when his fighter is like going to his corner. It should have been Nick Nolte throwing water in his face, yelling shit. You know that never happens in the movie. It's disappointing.
Yeah.
It disappointed me.
I was a big fan of Days of Thunder. That's a nice pick too. I like that one.
Oh, damn, I didn't think about Days of Thunder. Damn it.
I love when they rent the car.
I got the 4K back there to that one, too.
Yeah, me too.
I actually got the Paramount Presents and the Steelbook. Shit. All right,
Durham, I just got the Criterion, but I haven't seen that one yet.
Didn't know they did
Will
a stupid
Screedia,
thing
I'm saying the right UG.
Oh yeah,
sorry,
you just
Brian,
read
what
it
were you
out
saying?
properly again.
So they didn't know they had a steelbook of Days of Thunder.
Yeah, they got the that four. I think it was the 4K Steelbook, wasn't it? Or was it a 4K slipcover?
Yeah,
Maybe it was a slipcover.
maybe.
I'll check later. I thought I got the Steelbook of it, but maybe not. All right.
Yeah.
He was just verifying there.
Yeah,
Days of Thunder,
he was
Slapshot,
verifying. Yeah.
Bull Durham, the Warrior Major League.
Live Chat's another
Nice.
super non-PC one. That's a good one.
Johnny's Boutique Podcast. Let's get it on. He's referring to my toothache I had the other night on the live stream. I took a damn morphine and was pounding beers trying to get through the stream.
It got real quiet on the stream just out of nowhere. Alan goes, "All right, that pain pill's kicking in. Let's get it on."
All right, Johnny verified 10 p.m. guys. So 10 p.m. Friday. And I don't know if I guess we'll multi-stream that, but I'm keeping an eye out for it. That's gonna be a good time. We're gonna go over our Sever titles, top 10 Sever titles. Is that right?
Top 5, top 10,
Top
we'll
5,
figure it
whatever.
out.
All right, Warrior made me cry, man. Hell yeah. I mean, when Nick Nolte broke down, man, come on,
When he's
come
when
on,
he's
Brad,
in the
get it
front-
together, man. That movie's great, man. Come on.
When he's in his front yard, when he's in the front yard trying to talk to his son, and
Yeah,
that
man.
bit.
That in the hotel room closer to the end when he finally breaks down and Tom Hardy gives in. Goddamn, I'm getting chill bumps just talking about it, man.
Tom Hardy finally, opens up, I guess.
And Tom Hardy was a big old bitch in that movie, man. Damn, he was bripped.
Yeah.
Big old arms. So I do believe he would have beat his brother's ass. I mean, he had twice the size on him. But all right, Scolder 22 says, "Nice top 5.
Yeah.
Watch it bang tap out is awesome."
He didn't even it wasn't like he was gonna tap out. He literally, his brother talked him into it and caressed him, and I don't know. It just didn't work for me. Just leave it at that.
Hey, they each their own, man. We'll
I
talk
don't
later.
care if it's your brother in there. When the fighting starts,
Yeah.
there ain't no quarter. There ain't no. You're just two animals in there. There wouldn't be this big heartfelt moment where you're gonna have a conversation and say, "Tap out, Tommy." Blah blah blah. He'd be crushing his face. He wouldn't even be thinking about that. You don't have time to think about anything like that.
All right. I want to make sure.
This is the Brad Hates the Warrior stream. This is just what it's going to be from now on.
I want to put you up on your soapbox there.
Get used to it.
Yeah.
What's going on, Hooks? Can we talk about how underrated Ladybugs is?
Maybe we'll see at the end. Maybe it's in somebody's list. Maybe it's a top. Maybe it's a honorable mention. Who knows?
Yeah,
We'll see.
you never know. He said no. I guess that solved that. Ben Graham, what's going on, man? Rollerball.
Yep.
There's another thing we
I
talk
just-
about, fictional sports. I mean,
Yeah.
as long as there's a big, match at the end, it should be a sports movie.
Yeah, he was all, it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and tap out. Yeah.
The Fighter with Marky, another boxing film.
Yeah, I like that one.
That
Darren
was a pretty
Aronofsky was
good one
supposed to
with
do that, and then he canceled, I think,
Wow.
or something.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be the wrestler and then the fighter right after with Darren Aronofsky, and I think Darren Aronofsky didn't do it. Somebody else did it. I still thought it came out pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good movie. I ain't seen it forever. All right, guys, we are caught up with the chat. So, Brad, if you want to go to your number 4 pick there.
Well, this movie just got a Blu-ray recently. I had the DVD, I sold it, and finally the Blu-ray came in. But it is a Nick Nolte film. Most of you probably seen it. I'm a huge fucking mark for Nick Nolte. Put him in anything. Still got the chat up. Alan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Review your contract.
Yeah.
But it's Blue Chips. If
Okay.
anybody hadn't seen this one, I really like this one. It kind of shows the disgusting underbelly of college sports. I believe it was inspired by true events, the Fab Five, and Fab Five, and multiple occasions where they bought players. And this is about Nick Nolte, who's an old school college basketball coach, like Bobby Knight type character. Bobby Knight is actually in the movie, and Dick Vitale's in it. That it feels kind of authentic, to college basketball, March Madness kind of stuff. But Nick Nolte's an old school coach, doesn't believe in buying players, old school recruiter, but they have their first, I believe, losing season of a historic career. And this following, talking about rebuilding and all this, and he finally decides, after talking to a very slimy character named Happy, to give in and start buying players. And they go out and get the best. They get Shaquille O'Neal. They get Penny Hardaway. I can't remember the white guy they go get. But they get 3 studs, blue chip prospects. And they proceed to go on and win the big game, but without trials and tribulations through the whole thing. There's a scandal involved and this and that, but Shaq actually acts pretty well in it. Penny Hardaway's good in it. All the actual basketball players they got are good in it. And Nick Nolte, of course, does what Nick Nolte does. Loud, screaming fits, goes crazy. But I really like it because, again, it's kind of exposing the disgusting underbelly that is college, athletics, where people are, paying. There's point shaving scandals involved in this. I mean, all sorts of things. It's it's a little darker. It's not the darkest thing in the world, but it's a really good one. And again, I believe towards the end, if you haven't seen this, spoiler alert, it all comes together. It's working like clockwork. They get accused of buying players and point shaving and all that. They get through it, and they're dominating the final game. Nick Nolte is ecstatic. Things are going great. In the middle, he just kind of breaks down and decides, I don't want to do this anymore, and leaves. And he goes and has the big coming to Jesus moment at the press conference. And it's a really good one, really underrated. A lot of people, I think Larry Bird's in this. I mean, there's a bunch of big-time basketball names in it. And I'm not a fan of basketball, but this one always worked for me. You guys seen that one, Blue Chips?
I need to check that out.
I have. It's been a long time.
What the fuck, Jace?
I saw it.
Alex, can you kick him out, please? This is a sports guy. Hasn't seen fucking Blue Chips, dude. You got to have Trini add that to your box, man. You love that. And you're a Nick Nolte guy too, man.
Yeah. No, that sounds great. That sounds right up my alley, actually.
It's really good. In my opinion, it's really good. I like it a lot.
Gotta own that. That's a good pull.
That's a cheaper Blu-ray too. It's like
it just came out. I think I pre-ordered for like $12 or $14 or something. It just came out on Blue very recently.
Okay, so I guess it's my turn. Sort of following on from Blue Chips, because that's what it sounds like. I just watched this movie again last night, and it's got my boy Gene Hackman, Hoosiers. Yeah, big fan of this movie. Obviously, again, Gene Hackman plays like an old-style coach. Ends up in this Indiana town, which is very set in their ways. The whole town pretty much supports the basketball high school team, and they're all very, like, as I said, set in their ways, want to do things their way. And Gene Hackman kind of comes in, and there's only like 5 or 6 on the team, and he has to like train them again and gets into their fitness. And it's actually based on a true story about this like underdog team that goes and wins the state final. Spoiler, but that's basically on a true story. So it's just really good. I just love seeing Gene in these kind of roles. And you got Dennis Hopper in here who plays one of the players' fathers who's a drunk, and he tries to become the sort of side coach as well. And yeah, really, really good film, good inspirational film with Gene. Some of the lines he has towards the end of when he's in that state final is great. So if you love basketball movies, you definitely got to check out Hoosiers. It's one of the best, in my opinion. Yeah. That's number
Strong
4.
bullet. I think that movie won some awards too, didn't it? I think it was nominated.
Yeah, it did. I think
Yeah.
it did. Yeah, I think Gene obviously got nominated, but yeah, yeah, you're right. Nominated for 2 Academy Awards. Yeah, it's if you like basketball, original score, and Dennis Hopper actually got nominated for supporting actor. So yeah, top pick. I love Hoosiers.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yes.
What you got, Brian?
Continuing on with my comedy. This is a non-sport, and we talked about this before the stream even happened. That's basketball.
Hey,
So had to pick this one from. I love Trey Parker, Matt Stone. Ever since I saw this and Orgasmo and Cannibal the Musical, all their movies are all pretty funny. But yeah, this one's about them. They pretty much just don't like to run, jump, or dribble or anything. So they just stand there and shoot the hoop from the 2-point line or whatever, and then that's how they play their basketball game they make up. And I don't know, this just has a lot of really cool cameos in here, as well as even music cameos. I know Real Big Fish plays the music in it, and they always had that one little bitch character that's really funny in all other movies. Dean Bakar and Jenny McCarthy's in here. Robert Vaughn, Bob Costas. There's some of the funniest scenes is Bob Costas, and I forget the other guy's name, but yeah, they're just hilarious.
Oh hell yeah, that's a good one. I like when they're inventing the game at the beginning part, and
Yeah,
they're kind of talking about it, and you're allowed to talk shit to distract your opponent, and he's like, the vibrator scene right before, and he's just like, I think I got one of your mom's pubic hair stuck in my teeth.
yeah. Yep.
It makes him miss.
Ernest Borgnine's in here as well. Whenever he's they're trying to revive him, and he's got the hot dog stuck down his throat. And he's keep on pressing his chest. It just goes up and down. There's a lot of funny stuff in this movie. Whenever they have accidentally put in the roadkill caught on tape or whatever, this shit's funny too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yasmin Bleeth is in here from Baywatch. And, I don't know. It's a fun one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Another one I ain't seen in a long time.
we got the X-rated bots again.
Yeah, I had to kill them. All right, guys. My number 4. Now, I don't own this Universal box set, but somebody was selling this one on 4K on eBay separately, and that is the 4K of Jerry Maguire.
Wow.
I absolutely love this movie. I love Tom Cruise in this movie. It's just I don't know. I've watched this movie so many damn times. It's just very quotable. I can see on Brad's face he's not a fan.
Another one me and Alan do not agree on.
No, man, this is a great movie, man. Cuba Gooding Jr. is fantastic in this. I don't know. I've always been a fan of this movie. So,
we don't always have to agree, guys. This was fantastic.
That is for sure.
So,
But Cameron Crowe, he does a great job on his movies. And this is one of my favorite Cameron Crowe movies. Y'all get that shit out of here. Y'all messing up my Jerry Maguire spiel, damn it. But come on, guys, y'all help me out in the chat. Am I the only fan of this movie? Shit.
No, I like Jerry Maguire.
Man, that's a great movie, man. That's a sports movie, right? He's a sports agent.
Yep.
Cuba Gooding Jr. plays football.
Renee Zellweger didn't have me at hello though, so I'll tell you that.
makes no sense. I don't want to go into it, but yes, it's a sports movie. Draft Day is a sports movie. There's no sports being played on it. I believe that's a sports movie, and Jerry Maguire, same deal.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. It's just quotable. I like the feel of the movie. I think it's one of Tom Cruise's best movies. I've always been a fan of it. So that's my number 4 pick, and I stand behind it. Y'all know where to find me.
Yeah, you know where to fucking find me. Alan did a collection update earlier, and you could tell when he started talking about Armageddon, he's been getting a lot of shit for a lot of years about Armageddon. I personally love Armageddon, but you could tell he was getting a ton of shit for liking Armageddon so much. And
I hear people say they hate that movie all the time, man. Come on.
You know where to find me. If you want to talk shit about Armageddon, he didn't like it at all. It's funny. It was just funny to see that in the video. I told him you got to stop. You got to stop associating with me, man. That sounds like something I would have done.
Yeah, you're rubbing off on me.
Talk all that shit about Armageddon. See what happens.
You know, you get chills when you hear "Don't Want to Miss a Thing."
Mm-hmm.
All right, where we at here? I think we've seen that one, didn't we? Yeah, the Ladybugs.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
He said no rollerball. You guys are killing the chat tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Robert Mono says I'm a sucker for 90s football movies. Rudy is high on my list too. Rudy's a great one too.
Rudy.
Yeah, he was all. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh yeah,
I
we
think we
got
already
that.
seen these, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah,
Whiplash plays like a sports movie. We already seen that one.
true.
All right. Gangbang 2000. Gangbang 2000. It's
It's endurance.
endurance.
Endurance. God.
All right. Robert Money says, "Wow, Blue Chip, great choice, Brad. Awesome movie." They're all saying, "Wow," like Brad pulled another good movie.
Yeah, they get a big Larry Bird type character in this too, who was a pro basketball player. I just don't remember his name, but Penny Hardaway, Shaq, and they get this big white guy that's like Larry Bird.
Well, Larry Bird's in it also. I mean,
Yeah.
I know he was on the cast list on IMDb when I looked it up.
Larry Bird introduces him to the big white guy that's like Larry Bird.
Gotcha.
That's how he
Like,
gets his
is it like
info.
Yao Ming or something?
No, it's like he's like a 6. He's probably your height, just
Okay.
small forward type guy. You know, just real sharpshooter type guy.
Right. Rob says, "Wow, Blue Chip's great choice, Brad. Awesome movie. No one ever talks about with Shaq and Penny Hardaway."
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Xteen says, "Surf Nazis must die. Southpaw, I, Tanya, basketball, Gleam of the Cube. That's how much I like sports movies."
No, I'll pull Surf 2 out of my Vinegar Syndrome pile, okay?
Right. Dell on movies. What's going on? What's up, guys? Blue Chips is way underrated. Got a lot of
Yeah,
Blue
I
Chip
never
fans
even
out
heard
there.
about it. So that's awesome.
That is crazy to me that Jace hasn't heard of it because Jace is Australian, and I don't know if you know those people. They are sports fanatics, and for him to not know a sports movie, that is crazy. So that is nothing else. We get that out of the stream. Jace gets to find Blue Chips for the first time. He's in buy mode over there. Look at him. He's in buy mode. We see it.
William Freakin.
Robert Manu, Gleam of the Cube. I suppose it counts a little. There's a skateboard in it. Xteen, I'm trying here.
Yeah.
Hey,
Our Blue Chips and the program came out about the same time. Yeah, program's a good one. Scholar 22, much better Shaquille O'Neal role than Kazam. That's a true statement.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I own
That
Kazam.
is.
Is that your number 3?
You know,
Space Jam
Robert-
remake is number
being a
3.
genie isn't a sport.
Robert, you never know. Robert Manu, Hoosiers, why you guys are on point tonight. All superb selections so far. Excellent stream. Appreciate it, Rob. Steve Perry.
Yeah.
It's one of the psychouts in basketball.
Yeah. I realized it.
Robert-
Finally.
Robert Manu says, haha, for sure, Scolder. The Unsolved Mysteries bit was awesome.
Oh yeah, Robert Stack. We have no fucking idea who this guy is.
Robert Manu says, the sex box, Brian Dam. As soon as you pulled basketball, the sex box popped out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird.
Johnny's Boutique Podcast. Robert Stack in basketball is the funniest moment in comedy, hands down. Xteen says Robert Stack was a treasure. Robert Stack, the victim, was found dead hanging in his fucking closet.
Yeah.
He's like smoking a cigarette in the closet too.
Challenge on 5150. Show me the money. There you go. Some Jerry Maguire love.
Jay, you got some fans.
There's another one. Appreciate it, guys. Totally forgot about Jerry Maguire. That crack whore didn't have me at a hello.
That might be my favorite comment of the night.
There it is. Yep.
Oh, shit. Robert Manu says, representing you as a pride-swallowing siege that I'll never fully tell you about. Help me help you. Yeah, that's a great line. I air dry. or Future Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Is the Last Boy Scout considered a sports movie? That's actually one of the ones I was considering. I wasn't sure. I mean, I guess it is, but not
Yeah,
really. I don't know.
I mean, is it more of a sports movie than the movies we actually mentioned, where there's a big sporting event
No,
at the end?
no.
You know, kind of thing.
I don't think so.
I do love the Last Boy Scout.
What'd you do last night? I think I was putting the squirrel to death.
Yeah.
Scholar 22 says, like Jerry, but it has very little sports in it.
Well, it's about
Top championing Jerry Maguire.
sports now.
Hey, man, I'm a fan of, it's a sports movie. He's a sports agent. Cuba
Yeah.
Gooding Jr. plays the NFL. They're, it's
It's
Moneyball,
the-
they're-
It's the business side of sport. That's what it is.
yeah. Jerry Maguire, show me the money. Cody Montana, let's cut the crap and get down to the Sandlot. You never know, Sandlot might show up. All right, Brad, what you got for number 3, bud?
Here we go.
Well, I'm probably the first one to pull this one, but I may not be the last. But to me, it is the greatest football movie ever made. Again, it's got a lot of the darkness behind the scenes, which I always enjoy, the real shit. And it's Oliver Stone's Any Given Sunday. Look, I just want to point out the cast here. I mean, come on there.
Yeah.
Al Pacino, Dennis Quaid, Jamie Foxx, James Woods, of course, LL Cool J in his prime. Cameron Diaz is really good in this. Cameron Diaz plays a cold-hearted, icy, remorseless bitch that she is great in this. She's also great in Vanilla Sky. If anybody hasn't seen Vanilla Sky, that movie is frightening because of
I watched it recently.
Cameron Diaz. But this movie, it clicks all the boxes for me. It's rated R for a reason. I love all the banter between the guys. But to me, Lawrence Taylor is the standout in this. I've told this story before, but Lawrence Taylor was hired as a consultant to basically run the plays and help with the on-camera stuff. And they had hired Michael Clark Duncan. They suited him up. They fit him for the suit, and he's on the field doing what he can. And Oliver Stone is he's like, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. It's not working. You're too slow. You're unathletic, blah, blah, blah. Lawrence, go put on some pads. Show him how to do it. Show him how it's supposed to look. And Lawrence Taylor is old as hell at this time, way, way retired, out of shape, goes in, looks like he can still play, runs the plays better, and then they test him as an actor. They fire Michael Clark Duncan that day, and they hire Lawrence Taylor to play the role of Shark LaVey. Again, he's my favorite part of the movie. Everything he does, it brings realism to it. And the speech, everybody talks about the big Al Pacino speech, which is a very good speech. It's a great speech. But the speech that Shark LaVey gives Jamie Foxx in the steam room to kind of bring him around and let him know how things really work, to me is the standout performance in the movie. It's really reasonable. It's really easy to get if anybody doesn't have this on Blu-ray. Check it out. I also like to mention a point every time I talk about this movie. I got to bring it up. Cameron Diaz walks around like she owns the place, because she does. She owns the franchise. She owns the stadium, blah, blah, blah. She walks right into the men's dressing room right after a game, the locker room, it's the locker room. And there's just naked dudes everywhere. She walks right up to the biggest dude with his dick hanging out and just shakes his hand, has a conversation with him. I mean, she just doesn't, it's all fucking business with her. And she is really, really good in this. Everybody's really good in it, honestly. Even Andrew Bernarski, who's got the brain cells of like a dead person, basically, is really good in this.
Really good pick.
I would really recommend this one over basically almost anything I got here. If you haven't seen this one, run out and see this one. If you're a football fan, it's a must.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
You've told me I want to watch it again now.
It's so good. I love all the
enjoyed that.
banter between the guys, too. I mean, I'll say that a million times. If a movie's got good banter, you're going to get me. I love that they're all talking shit to each other and all that stuff. That's how it really is. That's how guys are.
Great pick. I like that.
It was a good one.
Yeah, you sold the hell out of it too, man. That makes me want to go watch it again.
Yeah.
It does.
It's cheap,
That
man.
was
You
a
can get
great
it for
sell.
$10 on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I got it on Blu, and I watched it when I did my whole Pacino marathon. But I now talking about it again. I got to watch it again.
Well, and there's stuff in here too that I could talk for an hour about it, but James Woods plays the doctor. And he has a very interesting approach to it. He's like, we just get them on the field, man. They're animals.
Yeah.
They want to make. Shark LeVay's got $1 million bonus coming up. He broke his neck in a game prior. Didn't heal right, but they're like, no, we just get him on the field so he can make his money. He's got kids to feed. So it's very interesting. It's the darker side of football, and from everything I've heard about pro football, it's very accurate. So if you're a pro football fan, like I said, check it out.
Okay.
Hell of a pick.
Okay, my number 3.
Still got
Well,
the
this
tab
one.
on, Alan.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I've just seen that. I'm getting rid of it.
Oops. Okay. So yeah, my number 3 is more of a nostalgic pick. This is a movie I used to watch endlessly as a kid, and at school when we had our end of semester or end of term, whatever you guys call it in the US. We always used to watch this movie as a class, and great memories with this. It is none other than the first one, The Mighty Ducks. Always been a huge fan of this movie. Really, the whole trilogy, but this one in particular, got me into watching a lot more ice hockey. So, yeah, again, everyone's seen this by now. It's just about a ragtag team, sort of no money, and Gordon Bombay, Emilio Estevez pulls them all together, and they compete in the state final against the Hawks and end up winning, and it spawned 2 sequels, of course. A lot of good scenes in this movie, it's just a fun family movie. It really is. It's just nothing more to say about it. I've seen this movie so many times. I can quote all the lines, all the great young actors in this film. Now I think there was a TV series recently that I did see. The first one probably wasn't as good as the movies, but just something about this one I can always come back to. It's just an easy watch. Really, all of them are easy watches, but this one I just love a lot. So that's why I picked it, The Mighty Ducks, on the Disney exclusive club. There you go.
Nice.
I like that we went from this movie where people are, it's a bunch of coked up, pilled up football players trading prostitutes, around to a Disney.
Jamie Foxx puking on the field.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Somebody gets their fucking
very
eye knocked out
friendly.
So.
Yeah, not definitely not R-rated this, but come on, this is fun. This is a good.
It
one.
is a lot of fun. I always liked all 3 of them.
I did. It was just hard to pick. Yeah, even the third one, a lot of people didn't like it because I know, obviously, Emilio Estevez wasn't really in it, Gordon Bombay, but it was still good. I liked how they were in high school and stuff, and just to see like all the actors kind of grow and get a bit older, it was good. So even
they all
the
come
second
back
one,
and,
they compete as Team USA. That was fun too. So great series.
everybody loved those as kids.
Oh yeah, had to pick it.
All right. Next one I have for number 3, right? Yeah, number 3 is Rookie of the Year. This is one I always loved as a child as well, and it's about 12-year-old kid Henry Rowan Gardner who breaks his arm in the beginning of the movie. He gets his cast taken off, goes to a baseball game, and ends up catching one of the balls, and then he throws it to home plate with incredible 100-mile-an-hour speed, and so they put him on the team for the Chicago Cubs. It's a pretty fun movie. It's directed by Daniel Stern. Daniel Stern's in it, and Gary Busey plays a great character in here as well. I also like Dan Hedaya in here from Clueless and Blood Simple and all sorts of other movies. It's just I've always been a fun movie from my childhood. That kid Thomas Ian Nicholas from American Pie and stuff in there. So but Gary Busey really steals the show here as the player that Henry's character looks up to the most, and he ends up being like a father figure to him and stuff. So always a good pick on this movie. I think it has that little I forget what one of his little buddy friends. I forget what he's from, but I think he might be from the movie Big or something. I'm not sure.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that little buzz-haired kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he's from. I think one of his other friends is the kid who was in Gentleman Babysitter's Dead and Leprechaun. That little kid. Yep. Rookie of the Year.
Gary Busey's like the hardball pitcher that has one good year left, basically, kind of thing.
And he's he can't really work with his shoulder or something.
Yeah, it's It was a childhood favorite. You know, it always reminded me of Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah,
You know,
he could throw the ball.
Yeah, my kids watched that and Angels in the Outfield a lot. That, The Sandlot. They loved all those movies growing up.
Is Rookie of the Year the one that has Marv from Home Alone in it?
Yeah, it's Daniel Stern.
Yeah, that's
Daniel
it.
Stern.
Yeah,
He's hilarious in that.
Yeah,
he gets locked in the locked in the supply closet.
Yeah, he gets locked
the
in
big
the
game.
door. Yep.
And
Yeah, he
it just
directed
keeps
it,
cutting
too.
back to him, and he's celebrating, like shaking everything, and that's
Yeah,
going crazy.
he directs the film too.
Oh, okay. There you go. The more you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Well, my number 3, and I feel like I'm gonna get a little more respect out of this pick, but that is the classic, The Bad News Bears.
There you go.
Yeah.
And this is that imprint release, man. Jace, you know all about these imprints.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just a classic Walter Matthau. You know, the remake with Billy Bob Thornton was great also. I grew up on this movie. The kids in this were fantastic. And if you guys didn't know it, the guy that played Freddy Krueger in the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, he was in this as a kid. He's a little shit. He's a little kid you hate in this movie, but yeah, it's just a great movie. I mean, as soon as it introduces Walter Matthau's character, he pulls up at the Little League Park and he takes a sip of his beer, or actually pours out some of his beer so he can pour his whiskey in it. And it's like, yeah, this guy's my hero. So Walter Matthau was made to play this part right here. And I actually just rewatched this when I got this in the other night. It still holds up. The kids are still great, still funny. All-time classic. One of my favorite baseball movies. So had to make my list. It probably should have been a little higher, but for me it was number 3 here.
Tatum O'Neal, which Ryan O'Neal's daughter, was really good in that. And I actually just watched the sequel on the weekend because that came out on imprint as well. I think it's called Break in Training. And then there was a Japan one as well. But yeah, the sequel wasn't as good as that. But I agree with you, man. That's a really good pick.
Yeah, I grabbed Breaking Training. It's up there on the shelf. And Brian was telling me that there was another release of this that has a lot of special features. This has nothing on special features. I mean, which is kind of surprising for imprint. So I grabbed that other release that's pretty loaded. So, but yeah, I'm a big fan of this one, guys.
Yeah.
So
The
Bad News
sequel was
Bears.
fun, but the original is classic.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's see what's going on with the chat here. All right, so we already seen Johnny's the crack whore didn't have me in hello. That's that one. All right.
Between that and thinking about Any Given Sunday, I'm set. I need to watch that again. Yeah.
Kyle Daly, what's going on, buddy? Pop's killing it on the late night. Appreciate you being here, Kyle. Any Given is classic and kind of underrated.
Yep.
Especially for Oliver Stone. You know, it's definitely underrated.
Well, yeah, because all of his other films get Platoon and Wall Street kind of get put ahead of it now.
Right. Scolder 22 says Any Given Sunday with the black heart there.
Everyone likes it.
All right. Any Given Sunday is great.
Killer. Thanks, Dirk.
Dell on movies. Cameron Diaz keeping a straight face and walking into a locker room full of long dongs is Oscar-worthy acting.
Yep. I guarantee you, Oliver Stone said we're going to put people with the dicks on screen, so don't take your pants off unless you got something to show. And she walks literally right up to a naked dude. Just she plays it 100% icy. She doesn't care. It's business to me. They're farm equipment to her. You know, they just make her money. That's the way she looks at it.
Expendable. Yep.
Yeah, just property.
The way she talks about Shark LeVay towards the end, it's like, this dude has made you a fortune. Sold you jerseys for 20 years or whatever, and 15 years, and suddenly it's like, yeah, as soon as he's done, he's done.
And that's a dark take on it, but that shit's not far from reality.
Oh,
NFL the way it is now, man. It's a cutthroat business.
Racehorses,
for sure.
That's the way they treat them.
That's what it's like. A little more politically correct now, but it's still the same shit.
Yeah.
We just don't see it as much. Scolder 22. Ducks fly together. Little mighty ducks live there.
Do.
Future Boys. Sandlot. 1976 Bad News Bears. There you go. Wildcats. Wildcats is good. Best sports movies of all times. The greatest line from Wildcats is the very end when the guy's going to kick the field goal. Goldie Hawn says, "If you make this, every woman in the free world will want to have sex with you." When he's talking to the high school kid kicking the winning field goal. That's got a young Woody Harrelson and
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, that's the first movie that they starred in together.
Oh yeah.
JS, what's up, man?
Oh, fuck, dude.
What?
JS says he's only seen bits of Any Given Sunday on TV. The TV cut? Are you kidding
No,
me?
don't watch that movie. Cannot be censored.
Absolutely
Definitely does not need to be censored.
Just be bleep,
JS, a
bleep,
TV
bleep,
cut of
bleep.
Any Given Sunday does it no justice. Says
Yeah,
Dylan
you
Movies.
got Jim Brown playing the defensive coordinator, and it's, again, the realism is there. Talks to
Yeah.
the players like players would, really good.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Dirk says, Bad News Bears, classic banger. And Billy Bob did, like I said, did a great job with the remake, too. I love the kid that was on Kino. The chunky picture.
Yeah.
He had a Ziploc full of bacon in his pocket, which was great.
I gotta watch the remake. That's cool.
Yeah, Billy Bob did a good job. I mean, Walter Matthau has some big shoes to fill. I thought he did well.
Yeah,
You haven't
he
seen
was
the, you
great.
haven't seen the remake, Jace?
Nah, dude, I've only just seen the original and the sequel, so yeah, definitely gotta check out the
It's actually
remake.
directed by Richard Linklater.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's pretty good.
Damn, my list is building tonight. I'll be buying movies.
That's what it's all about, man. Culture training. What's going on, man? What up? What up?
One on training.
Trini. What up, Trini?
Rob Romano. Kelly, the dirty androgynous dirt bike rider. Solid movie, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kelly, that's Jackie Earl Haley. Yeah,
Thank you. I cannot think of his name. But
yeah.
it was a weird choice to play Freddy Krueger, I thought.
Yeah.
But, all right, Ed Dell on movies. What I saw was good, but I usually just caught it in the middle of airing. Yeah, talking about Any Given Sunday. You need to check that out, man.
I tell you,
Paul
that
says, hey.
seems to be getting a lot of love. I love it. It's good.
Paul says, hey, Trini. And says, hey, back to Paul.
So
Never knew that was an Oliver Stone film. Yep.
yeah, I think it gets overlooked.
Gets overlooked
Dirk.
by his other movies, Platoon, Wall Street. I
Yeah.
mean, he's,
Yeah. But it's a
Oliver
solid damn
Stone.
flick, man. All right.
Yeah.
Dirk says, to be fair enough, I don't feel bad for pro players doing what they love for millions. Touche.
Yep, and they
definitely
pissed
get paid
away,
enough
that's
for
on
it.
them. Yeah.
Exactly. Ben Graham says, slam dunk Ernest. There you go. All right, I'm going to take the chat off this time, guys. I apologize for that. I'm slipping the night alone, though.
It's okay.
I felt like that was strike two. Brad was to get on to me over there. I can see him
No,
getting hot.
Okay, well, we are doing sports streams or baseball terms. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
There
done
you
it
go.
many times. I just leave the shit up.
All right, Brad, what you got for number two, buddy? What you got, man?
This next movie, I mean, I've mentioned it before in other streams. I'm a big fan of this movie. It's also getting a 4K soon from Criterion. It's a Marty Scorsese movie called Raging Bull, with
Wow.
obviously
Nice.
Robert De Niro. This is a true to life biography from all the stuff I've read about Jake LaMotta. According to his own wife, who watched the movie, his ex-wife watched the movie at the premiere. Jake LaMotta walks out of the theater, talks to her, and he goes, "Man, he's like really depressed." And he goes, "Honey, was I really that bad?" And he goes, "You were." She goes, "You were worse." So as bad as he is in this movie, and he is extremely bad. I mean, beats his wife, beats the shit out of his brother, just a scumbag of a human being. He was an incredibly talented fighter, very extremely disciplined, and the work ethic was there. But this is a rise and fall story, basically. Jake LaMotta makes his way in the boxing world on his own without the mafia support, and becomes world champion, which was hard to do during this time. It's all in black and white. It's done very well. The actor they used for Sugar Ray Robinson looked very similar. They fight 5 times in the movie. This is how it was back then, 15 rounds, real blood and guts type fighting. Not like it really is today, where there's so many rules and whatnot. But this is a fantastic character story, and you sympathize with Jake LaMotta to a point, but at the same time he's a scumbag. He had every opportunity. Again, the fits he throws, he gets in an argument, a very famous argument with his current wife at the time in the movie, and he just starts tearing the house apart. And I could go on and on and on about this movie. You hear me, Larry? Your mother's an animal. I just and Joe Pesci is incredibly good in this. Also, Joe Pesci, you believe that they're brothers, 100%. and I think they may have had a little prosthetic on or something to make them look a little bit more alike. I'm not 100% sure on that. That's more of like a behind the scenes thing, but they try and reconcile several times, and there's a scene where Jake LaMotta keeps calling his brother, and finally his brother gets tired of it, and his brother's on the phone. He's like, "Whoever this is calling me, your mother sucks big dicks in hell. Okay, you got that?" And it's his brother he's telling this to. So I mean, we could do the whole fucking stream on Raging Bull. It's getting a 4K from Criterion. I hope it's not in a digipack or something like that. I'll be upgrading, but if you have not seen Raging Bull, it's kind of a looked over Martin Scorsese movie. It is in black and white. I know that turns people off, but it is hardcore. The boxing choreography, Robert De Niro couldn't throw a punch to save his ass, but per the actual fight, the choreography is correct. It looks exactly like some of the fights. You can actually watch them back to back. The fights are shot very well. It's just a great movie, and I mean, that's really all I got to say about it. If you haven't seen Raging Bull, I mean, you should be ashamed of yourself.
And Brad, Disney just called. We just lost our Disney sponsorship, so thanks for that.
You're letting us go.
That's a great pick.
Yeah, man. It's been a great 4K too.
So,
Yeah, it's going to be a cool one. I hope Criterion does a good job with it. I'm sure they will, but I hope they don't put it in some fucking digipack or some bullshit. Just an Amaray case would be fine with me.
okay, so number 2 for me, this is another one that I've watched many, many times. It's a basketball movie because basketball is one of my favorite sports, starring Samuel Jackson in Coach Carter. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this movie. Again, it's sort of like a bit like Hoosiers. He comes into this high school, but he sort of preaches that the student part should come first before the athlete. So, he's coaching these like ragtag team, and they're all like not disciplined and just not really going anywhere as far as their grades go. But so he comes in and teaches them that, even before you think about what you're doing on the basketball court, what you're doing in school, it's just as important. So it's just a really good performance from Samuel Jackson. He plays Ken Carter. Again, this is based on a true story. So yeah, it's just got a lot of great moments, great soundtrack in this as well. It's just really inspirational movie, I just think. And there's something about it. I always come back to it every few months, just because obviously I'm a big basketball fan, but I think because of what I'm in youth work field, and it kind of has him sort of teaching these down and out sort of youths. So I kind of relate to that as well a little bit. And it just really good time. So that is number 2, Coach Carter for me. Check it out if you haven't.
Heard good things, man. I've never seen that one.
It's good.
Number 2 for me would be Celtic Pride. That's with Daniel Stern again, when Dan Aykroyd and Damon Wayans. Now these two are pretty big fans of the Celtics, the Boston Celtics, and they're on a pretty bad losing streak or whatever. And so they kidnap the opponent from the Utah Jazz. They kidnap them in their apartment and stuff. It's pretty funny. They just get them really wasted, and I don't know. I don't know if you've ever seen this one, but it's just a good time. It's,
I have.
It's written by Judd Apatow, and I think Colin Quinn did the story with him, and Christopher McDonald's in here as well. And there's a funny bit with Daryl Hammond from SNL in here. Just a good time. I don't know. Just one I used to have those on VHS as a kid. Deion Sanders has a cameo in here as well, and I think it also had Larry Bird in the scene too, and I think they drink with him and stuff in one of the scenes.
They meet him at the bar, I think, or into him at the bar, something like that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in it's been a long time now, 20 plus years.
It's a great time though. It's one that I can always pop in, and I don't like basketball at all, so.
Yeah. Well,
check that one out. Sounds good. Sounds interesting.
It's funny.
That'd be early Judd Apatow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, he did. He wrote that, and he wrote Heavyweights too.
Oh, okay. Heavyweights, another great Ben Stiller role.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I just saw that a couple of months ago.
Lunch is canceled today due to lack of hustle.
Yep.
I kind of went back and forth on this next one, and I'm going to go with this one, and I'll explain after we're done why I didn't go with this other movie. But this is going to be my number 2. That is Varsity Blues.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, I know this has got the great James Van Der Beek in it, who had an illustrious career after this movie.
Once in a lifetime talent in this business.
But
He's really good in that Bret Easton Ellis movie.
Rules of Attraction.
Rules of Attraction. He's great in that.
Yeah,
He's not a bad actor, I don't think.
No.
But I mean, it's got a great cast, man. Billy Bob in this movie is my favorite. I mean, unfortunately, he passed away.
Scott Conn in there too.
Yeah, Scott Conn's in it. There's Tweeter, and this is a very quotable movie. It's probably one of my favorite football movies. I just watched this. It was on one of the streaming channels the other night when I got home from poker. It was on, and I watched like the last 3/4 of it. And this movie holds up, man. It's so damn funny. I could quote 20 lines from this. You know, they go to the strip club and Billy Bob gets up on the stage. You know, 10, a fucking 10. There you go. Such a good movie, man. And John Voight, he does a great job as the asshole coach. You know, you can feel his pain when he finally just breaks down at the end. You kind of just feel his like, you know, I fucked up. What am I gonna do now? I don't know. It's a great comedy, but it's got a really good story to it. You give a shit about all the people, you know. And I love a movie that's funny, but it's good enough where you give a shit about them, you know. And this is
great football choreography too.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, yeah.
As he said, I don't want your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Billy Bob says, I can play you. My cat's fine. They scanned my cat.
They scanned the cat. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, you got a cat scan.
That's my brain. It works.
You know what I think is hilarious too? In Not Another Teen Movie, he plays the exact same character with the same 69 number.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They didn't even try. They went, "Yep, we want you to play that role, exact same role."
He's in his truck, whatever, and the dude's eating a waffle, dipping it in peanut butter, and drinking syrup like a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah,
he's got a pig named Bacon. I mean, come on, man! I was hooked immediately.
And, Paul Walker's in there too.
Paul Walker.
Oh yeah.
Star quarterback that gets
Ellie
hurt.
Larder.
Yeah, Ellie Larder, Amy Smart.
Yeah. It's a winner, man. It's like that was everybody's, you know, high school experience. In my opinion, I thought they did a very good job. The football players treated like gods, and you know, they could do no wrong. And
that the iconic Foo Fighters "My Hero" song.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And Paul Walker had a scholarship locked down to Florida State, which is about 8 miles from my house.
Yeah.
You know? So that was kind of neat. So we caught up with the chat here, guys. But if y'all haven't watched that in a while, watch it. It definitely holds up.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. Think about grabbing it.
It's a great one.
Wieners on the glass at the Alano Club?
No, that won't do.
That will not do.
Puke and rally. All right, guys. There we go. All right. We have got Mama Blu-ray in the house. Says, hey, guys, what's going on, Mama Blu-ray? Thank you for being here. Culture Trini says, best sports movie hands down has to be Surviving the Game.
My boy. Yep. It's a good one.
Rob saying, hey to Mama Blu-ray.
Yep. Ice-T. That needs a Blu-ray in the worst way.
Man, y'all were talking about it the other night, man. I got to rewatch that movie. That's a great movie. Who all was in that?
Fucking everybody. Gary Busey, Rutger Hauer.
Okay.
Rutger Hauer plays the lead. Charles S. Dutton. John C. McGinley.
Yeah.
F. Murray Abraham. Who ain't in the fucking movie?
Yeah, I need to check that out again. Mama says, hi back to Rob. Della Movies says, Raging Bull might be my number 1.
Not a bad pick.
All right. Challenge 5150. I believe that is Matt. A cool story about Jackie Earl Haley. He played Freddy for the remake, but also trying to get the role of Glenn, Johnny Depp, in the first Freddy movie. Interesting. Didn't know that. Paul says, agree, Brad. Great pick. Della Movies, FYI, Raging Bull is getting a 4K release from Criterion. Yep. Hope they do a good job with it. Well, I'm sure they will. All right. Dirk says, hell yeah, Raging Bull is badass. Scorsese, De Niro, and Pesci killed the screen. You never knock me down, Ray.
Never knock me down, Ray.
Any fans of The Fan with De Niro and Snipes? I watched that a few months ago.
Love that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you like Rolling Stones and baseball, this is the film for you.
Yeah.
De Niro plays that psychotic role that he does so well. That's a great one.
I just got a movie from Screen Factory. It's a it's an earlier movie, like maybe early '80s, called The Fan. Maybe it's a '70s movie called The Fan. I think that movie there might be a remake of that '70s. It's the same movie. It's the same concept, just a different sport.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's an actor and a fan.
Yeah.
I think.
I think The Fan with De Niro is a Tony Scott movie, I believe.
Yeah,
It is.
And
Is
really well done, I thought. Benicio del
Yeah.
Toro is good in it.
Yeah, De Niro is just
Yeah.
crazy in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dell movies. I'll be grabbing that Criterion and Raging Bull. Yeah, leaving his kid at the game, man, and going to a business meeting. I mean, that's
Oh,
he
yeah.
wasn't all there. Our Cody says, "You fucked my wife."
Did you fuck them? Did you fuck them? That's the way he's just like he's constantly obsessed with people looking at his wife, and
Right.
as a lethal boxer, on top of that, it just
Yeah.
he pulls no punches, literally.
Dirk says, "Yeah, if you haven't seen Raging Bull, go take a good hard look in the mirror and hit yourself repeatedly with a hammer, claw side down." Good Lord,
Jesus, Dirk. God damn.
you just upset Brad.
Me and Dirk get along great. Can you tell?
Hey,
Scholar
he's
22
right.
says, "Love Varsity
You're a movie-
Blues."
You're a movie lover. You got to see Raging Bull by now.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Kubrick Lover 72. Hey Jay, CP, and Paul and Trini again. Just briefly visiting Jace. Want to finish a movie. Hey Brian goes blue too, and hey Pop in category.
Yeah,
Hold
what
on,
up,
Brian?
Brian?
What's up going on, man? Ben Grimm, the girl from TCM, The Next Generation, who flashes as the stripper teacher in that one.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Stripper teacher, that Miss Davis.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love when Tweeter's having like a problem at the final game, and he's just like,
See Miss
I'm
Davis'
trying,
big fat
I'm
ass in
trying
my
to
face."
focus, but all I see is Miss Davis's fat ass just bouncing up and down in my face, dragging ass out there.
All right, Robert Mono says, "Little brother in Varsity Blues stars a cult." Yeah, he's got the
Yeah,
cross
that's
on,
funny.
and he's a. Hey Brian, 1972. Paul says, "Hey Kubrick." Dell movie says the hook and ladder to Billy Bob is one of the greatest football plays of all times. Is that the play where I go downfield and act like I'm lost?
You guys aren't talking about that shit again, are you?
Johnny's Boutique Podcast. Varsity Blues was a hell of a treat when it popped up back in the day. That and Rules of Attraction. That and Rules of Attraction completely caught me off guard with JB.
Yeah, I believe he I don't know that he retired, but he kind of took a sabbatical. He started a family. He's got like 5 kids,
Right.
So I believe he maybe a little religious too. So I think he kind of stepped away from acting for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Steele, re-sleeved. Oh, yeah.
What up, John?
What's up, John?
John,
Going on, John. Appreciate you coming by. Kubrick Lover 72, 1972 says, hey to John. Robert Mono, oh yeah, Dello Movies, right up there with the kid from Little Giants. John Steele re-sleeved. Says, oh, hey, Brian.
Oh, he says, "Oh, hi, Brian."
Yeah.
Okay. I felt like I wasn't saying that right, but I wasn't going to try it. Figured one of y'all would correct me.
You're
hi,
good.
Mark.
He's got the lines going. Oh,
Dirk says, okay, we got number 5 is Wildcats. Number 4 is $1 Million Baby. Oh, man, that's a good one. Damn, I didn't think about that one either. Number 3 is Raging Bull. 2 is
Rock.
Rock 4.
key.
Rocky.
Rocky
Four,
Four.
okay.
Rocky Four.
Okay.
And 1 is Enter the Dragon.
I Enter the Dragon could be considered a sports movie. It's a martial arts
Yeah,
tournament going on, but
That's a strong list, man.
for a Clint Eastwood fan to skip $1 Million Baby.
Yeah, I'm a little ashamed, man.
I do
little
love
ashamed.
when they have the big mouth and the big mouth guy that's a bully in the gym, and he has like the heart of they say he's the heart of a mouse. Gets in a
Yeah.
fight with Morgan Freeman at the end, and he said, he knocks him out, and just like a real fighter, he goes, and I had 101 fights, and right after he knocks him out, he goes 102.
I love that. And the teeth come out. Yeah.
Yeah, it knocks his
That $1
teeth
Million
out.
Baby would have been a great pick, man. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Paul says, Joe Pesci, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
Cooper Lever says Raging Bull should have won Best Picture and Best Director over Ordinary People.
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that the truth? No. Huh.
Dirk says
Rocky 2.
Rocky 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, guys, we are at number 1. This is for all the money. What you got?
It's Moneyball.
Oh, it's just no, spoiler alert, this is a boxing movie. This is a personal favorite of mine. I've liked it for years. Everybody should know what this is by now. I mean, come on, it's number 1. It's a boxing movie. It's none other than Play It to the Bone. With Antonio Banderas, Woody Harrelson. This is a fucking gem of a movie. I think 8 people have seen it, and I'm 3 of them.
I own it.
This
It's on the shelf.
movie is so fucking good. It shows the dark side of boxing perfectly. This movie opens the undercard of the Tyson no-name fight. Mike Tyson's in this movie. One character gets high and then crashes his car and dies. The other one gets drunk and gets involved with some hookers, and he's OD'd also. But one guy dies in a car accident, one guy can't perform, so they need a replacement for the undercard, the co-main event. So they go down the list, they call everybody they can, and they come to Woody Harrelson's character, who was a former world challenger, and they need somebody to go against him, and it's his training partner, who moved up in weight recently, Antonio Banderas. They're best friends, they live together, they even have shared the same girlfriend, and they are still friends. So one had dated prior, the girl, and then she started dating the next one, and they still stayed friends. So that tells you a lot about their friendship, how close they are. And now they have to drive to Vegas on one day's notice and fight each other for 15 rounds. I believe it was 12 rounds, actually. And I don't want to call myself a fighter. That's not the right word, but a former competitor in combat sports, fighting your friend is the worst thing you could do. Not just because the damage you're going to do to each other, but he knows you inside and out. He knows what you do, how you do it, what you like, what you don't like, where you want to be, where you don't want to be. So they take this leisurely car ride all the way to Las Vegas. Obviously, they have trials and tribulations along the way. Again, it exposes the underside, the disgusting underbelly of the boxing business, how horrible it is, how bad they treat them. They're willing to pay the other 2 guys like $1 million to split the fight. They pay them $100,000 to split to fight each other, best friends. And they go there, and slowly but surely their friendship kind of deteriorates because what they're heading to do. It's like I was complaining about the Warrior movie, how it's my brother and I care. None of that shit would happen. Once you're in there, it's two animals, and you're going to smash each other. Period. There's no way to look at it otherwise. So, for all those movies and more, Teddy Atlas is in it. There's great dialogue between the two. They talk about their careers coming up to this point, why they're at this spot, how they got in this position. Their girlfriend drives them. His current girlfriend and his former girlfriend drives both of them to the thing. So obviously there's drama with that. Lucy Liu's in it. It's a fantastic movie. They obviously fight at the end of the movie. It's a great, very well choreographed fight. You're rooting for both guys, and again, by the end of the movie, you know what their styles are, how they operate. Really underrated. Like I said, just a gem of a movie. Anybody hasn't seen it, pick it up on the fucking cheap. I think it's like $7 on Amazon. It is worth a watch all day long.
I think I have on the Kino release. I think.
I was gonna say that I don't have the Kino release, but it's $4.99, and they're while supplies last sale. It's going out of print.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. This is a Mill Creek product here.
Shit.
Mill Creek product.
Yeah,
and it is fantastic. It's a knockout. Check it out.
I gotta get that. Yeah, that sounds right up my alley too.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I've been in that spot. Like I said, I wasn't to that extent, but a friend of mine missed weight, ended up in my bracket. We flew to the fucking tournament together, and he missed weight I helped him cut weight. He missed weight at the tournament. He had to move up to my bracket, and I'm like, this motherfucker's like my best friend. I know him, and we're gonna go in there. And I'm telling you, that always makes for the best fight because you know each other so well. He knows where to go. I know where not to go. You know what I mean? The fur will fly. So that might be a little bit of a personal pick for me, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a great R-rated for a reason, awesome movie. And
Yeah.
the conversations that they have all the way to the fight is really what it's about. And then the fight is also excellent. They steal the show, obviously. Nobody even cares that Tyson's about to fight after that. Definitely check that one out.
I need to watch it
pick
again.
that up. Okay, this is it, number one. So this just got mentioned, and I think we now know who the biggest Eastwood fan is here, because my number one
Oh,
is
boom.
$1
In
Million
your
Baby.
fucking face, Alan.
Yeah, there you go, man. So
Yeah,
I think we
yeah.
figured that one out.
Save it for the Eastwood
But,
stream, you guys. Jesus.
Man, this movie has so many different emotions in this movie. Like, we just quoted some of the lines which are funny, but
yeah.
man, this is a tearjerker by the end. It's an underdog kind of story, and pretty much nearly all my films are kind of underdog stories. But just Clint Eastwood training, Hilary Swank. I think all three actors won best Oscars in that time and won Best Picture. And just Clint Eastwood and the relationship he builds with Hilary Swank in this film, as she goes up the ranks and to the last fight where she ends up breaking her neck and just ends up in hospital, and he has to make that decision about pulling the plug. And oh man, some of that stuff near the end is really heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And, it's
brutal.
a tearjerker, man. And Clint Eastwood is just brilliant. He's born to play these type of roles. A sort of grizzly coach. You got Morgan Freeman here as well. He's sort of the side guy. He's just as good. I love how Clint Eastwood just gets him like a burger, just because he's living in the boxing gym, Morgan Freeman. So it's just awesome. Great movie. One of the best directed Clint Eastwood films, in my opinion. Love it. And I just watched this again a couple of months ago, and that's why it's my number one sport movie. $1 Million Baby. Gotta have that.
What was
in
Jay
your collection.
Baruchel's character in the movie?
Who's that?
Jay Baruchel's character. What was his name in the movie? I always loved him in that movie. Just he was always going on about Tommy Hearns, the Motor City Cobra.
Oh yeah, the little.
He had retired years before.
I'm trying to think. Oh, damn.
He's just
Ken.
all fire. I can't remember his name either. But
remember, and then he actually goes into a fight. Remember, and he gets Danger. That was his name. Danger.
Then the bully decides to fight him, and that's when Morgan Freeman comes out of retirement for his 100th and 109th. I can't remember whatever bout it was. He only puts on one glove and knocks him out.
I love how remember at the beginning Hilary Swank is like hitting the glove, and then Eastwood's like, she's gonna break her hand.
He's
doing
like,
that.
God damn it! Just getting him to train her is a fucking a feat in itself. He's watching her over. He's like, will you stop hitting that fucking bag like that? God damn it, you're making me sick.
And then and then she gets all excited when he gives her like his old bag. He's like, oh, thanks, boss. I'll get my own and then when she does buy one, she's got like a whole ton of coins. She just pours like from all her work because she's like a waitress. Yeah,
just poor white trash.
So, yeah, basically. Yeah, her family are like so trashy when they come in.
White trash. Man. That's what they are.
Yeah.
So,
Jace, I will leave my Clint Eastwood card at the door when I check out tonight.
Yeah.
But,
and it's safe to say I got that son of a bitch on the shelf right there, so I have no excuse. Just didn't think about it.
I had to get Eastwood. It always pops up that Eastwood, basically any kind of top 5, Eastwood somehow finds its way in there.
But I like I said, the feat getting him to train her is my favorite part. He gives her that bag. He says, I'm going to show you how to use this bag. I'm not your fucking trainer. I'm not your man, okay? Don't get excited, okay? You go out, make $1 million, break your neck. I don't care.
He does pass her off for one fight, but then he goes to watch her, and then she's getting her ass beat. So he's like, I got to do this now.
Yeah, he steps up and fires the trainer and actually takes over.
Yeah.
Because they were mistraining her.
Just that ending stuff, man, when he has to like think about pulling the plug thing, it's crazy. It's sad.
Yep.
Damn. Good movie.
That was a tough first time watch movie. First time watch that movie will tear you up.
Big time.
Hell, every time watch. Brian, what you got, bud?
Well, it had to happen, and of course we have a duplicate here. Well, Pop pulled this a couple rounds ago, but my favorite's Bad News Bears.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
There you go.
I just love Walter Matthau rolling here, and it's really funny hearing all the little kids cuss in the 70s and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
Some of the politically incorrect things they said back then couldn't fly these days. He just drinking every time they have a game and not really caring what the kids do, basically, until towards the end of the movie when he starts giving a shit and they actually start playing better. Yeah, I haven't seen the sequels, but this has just always been like the one I've gone back to.
Great movie.
And did you notice that the asshole coach for the other team was the guy from the Twilight Zone? That got killed in the helicopter accident.
Yeah.
So
unfortunately, with the John Landis incident.
Yeah. He played a good asshole in that Bad News Bears movie, and in Twilight Zone.
Was it Vic Morrow?
Yes, that's it. Thank you. I think of his name.
Yeah.
Well,
I know what
still
this is.
pissed about the Clint Eastwood pick, because that probably would have made number one if I thought about it. Damn it. No, actually, that's not true. It'd probably been number two, because I mean, come on, guys. I'm not even going to bullshit. Number one for me, Rocky 1. Not only the best sports movie, one of the best goddamn movies ever made. That's all I got to say about it. Everybody knows that Rocky is the best sports movie that's ever fucking been filmed, ever been seen. It's greatest. My number one poster up there. It'll never come down. All bullshit aside, guys. Rocky 1 is fantastic. I mean, I could have just picked Rocky 1 through 5 and been done. And the reason why I didn't put this in the list is I don't want to go too crazy with Rocky. Creed was going to be number 2, but I didn't want to get Creed than Rocky, so I decided to change that up. The Rocky 1, come on, guys. It's one of the greatest movies ever made. Everybody knows the story, but I could go back and watch it every day this week and be just as enthralled as the first time I seen it.
What did you think
to me, it's
about
one of the
Rocky
greatest sports movies ever. So,
what is your take on Rocky 6? I'm curious about your take on Rocky 6.
I don't know, man. I can't really give you a judgmental opinion because I'm such a big fan. It's hard for me to say anything bad about them, but I mean, I enjoyed it. I was a fan of it. I have nothing bad to say about it.
Rocky 6 is my favorite Rocky. I think it's the most realistic of all Rocky movies, and I love all the fan service in it, and I love the old man banter in between. Like, we need you to beat this guy. We need speed. We need you to be able to run and all this, but you're too fucking old.
Right.
So we're just gonna have to count on you to be able to hit him hard.
And speaking of the old man banter, that was another honorable mention of mine. Almost grabbed this one. This is a great movie, especially for old guys like me, the old out of shape guys. These guys training is so goddamn funny. So anyway, this was a great movie. So almost picked that one. No, guys, but seriously, Rocky's my favorite movie of all times. Right behind Jaws, they're interchangeable. And it had to be number one. That's kind of cliche, but there's other than $1 Million Babies, there was nothing in this list that even holds a candle to this.
I'll take the Eastwood belt. I'll take that.
And come on, this set's okay, guys, but we need a 4K set of this series.
It'll happen.
It needs to happen, man.
Happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Creed 3 coming out end of the year.
Yeah, and they say that Sylvester Stallone might not be in that. Right as of now, he's not going to be in that. So hopefully they don't kill him off.
If you've seen what happened in the second one, it maybe makes sense. So.
Yeah. But
I'm not caught up, I don't think, on the Creeds, but I did like the my favorite Rocky character is not Burgess Meredith. Son of a bitch! I just talked Paulie. Burt Young. Yes, exactly.
Young.
Thanks. Burt Young is in all 6 movies, I believe, 6 Rockies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he's awesome in all of them. Plays the exact same character, does it masterfully well. But Burgess Meredith obviously is Mickey, classic stuff.
Yeah.
Get up, you son of a bitch!
But a few years back, me and the wife got a chance to go to Philadelphia and do the Rocky tour, and went and seen all the major spots, Mickey's Gym, all that shit. And a Rocky impersonator actually took us around. And he would go to the different spots and he would act out some of the scenes. It was a blast, man. Got to run the stairs. So yeah, that was a bucket list. So yeah, guys, that was gonna be number one. I didn't have to think about it. All right, guys, we're gonna catch up on the chat here and see what everybody thinks about our number one picks, and maybe they got some ideas out there.
Yeah, I got a stack of honorable mentions here.
Yeah, I got about 3 honorable mentions too. We'll do them.
Y'all want to do that first? Okay.
No, we'll do it after the chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I apologize, guys. We
Crazy.
catch
We
up
only
here.
had one the same. You know, all our top fives. That was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody's seen my top 5. I picked a bunch of fucking weird titles, but
Hey,
All right.
my Amazon bank account's about to see your top five.
I think you'll like them, man. Play It to the Bone
Yeah.
is great. Blue Chips.
Yeah,
Great.
that Blue Chips one has really got me.
I can't
Right.
believe you missed that. A big basketball
Yeah.
fan like you, that's crazy that you haven't seen that.
Uh,
You'll like it a lot.
I can't wait. I like
right.
watching new basketball movies.
Challenger said Jean-Claude Van Damme and Bloodsport and Kickboxer. Thought about those as well.
Mhm.
Love Play It to the Bone.
Hey, someone knew about it.
Dirk said, damn, didn't expect that for your number 1, Brad, but it's a great film.
Yeah, see, I did the Rocky fake out.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Not everybody.
I noticed it. Dell on Movies. Play It to the Bone is fun, but damn, I wasn't expecting that.
Yep.
John Still Re-Sleeved. We got the oh yeah here, too. Did I not say that right? I feel like I didn't say that right.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ben Grimm says, they pick up Lucy Liu on the way. I think Brad mentioned that, yep.
Yep.
Scolder22 says, hurry up and buy, Jace.
Yeah, don't worry, it's on here already.
Challenger 5150. My top has to be The Replacements. Another great one. I got to bulk up, coach. Who's beating boiled eggs before the game.
Yeah.
Beginning of a very long night that ended up with a couple of girls that had loose morals back in the great high school days.
Right on, dude. Right on.
Good. I got that one to watch.
Also
Yeah,
sounds great. We'll have to check it out.
If you're talking about Play It to the Bone, man, buy it. Check it out. You'll like it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is in your face, Alan. Yeah.
He's talking about the
Yeah, the Clint Eastwood, yeah. All right. Ben Graham says Teen Wolf and Teen Wolf 2.
It was crazy because I think, was it Dirk that just mentioned $1 Million Baby? That's why I was just keeping a small
Right.
face, keeping a poker face because I knew it was coming.
Jace down there like this. Mm-hmm. Yep. Don't know anything about it. Boom.
JS says Danger Barch.
Oh yeah, that's the character that gets his shit beaten.
Hey, Bear Shell.
Our Dirk says, hell yeah, Jay says, grabs your emotion and smashes them up. Leaves you crying like a little bitch on the first watch. Great come from nothing flick. Yeah, talking about $1 Million Babies. Anthony Swordsmore, what's going on, man? His top 5 are The Replacements, Dodgeball, Little Giants, The Waterboy, and The Sandlot. All strong
Water
picks.
Boys are good one.
Kind of expected to see the Sandlot on here. On maybe Brian's picks or maybe Jay's. But
Dirk says, hell yeah, that couldn't be made today, Brian. Great movie.
I got to see Bad News Bears.
Yeah, it's good, man.
You've never seen that?
No, I never seen it or the remake or the sequel.
Walter Matthau's great in it.
You gotta watch the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
70s, 80s, last of the free range kids. Yeah. There's things I can say about it, but I don't want to ruin the ending. But Paul says, Alan, did you just break the case? Alan,
Spiked it on his table. That's it, goddammit.
our future boy says, what the fuck, no Sandlot?
It's probably in the honorable mention pile.
When Brian said that he had a lot of the sports comedies, whatever, I was expecting the Sandlot to pop up there.
It might be in my stack over here.
I got you. Ben Graham says Necessary Roughness. That's another good one. All right, Rocky 2. Pops, he's a loser in 1. Great movie and pure nostalgia. Everyone back in the day was wearing sweats and playing Eye of the Tiger, running around the block at least after you saw it.
You saw it,
and technically,
you wanted to drink eggs and go run. That's what you wanted.
He was not a loser in 1. It was a draw, and then went to the champion, whatever. And the fact that he went the distance is all he wanted to do. So technically,
really? As I always thought, he lost the decision. He just didn't even care to hear the decision. He was just yelling for Adrian while the decision was being read.
Sorry, that was so fun. Sorry, Brad.
I did not know that. I mean, it very well could have been a draw. I have no idea, but the champion keeps the belt in a draw.
Oh yeah,
that is gone over and Play It to the Bone, which is the superior boxing movie.
Well, guys,
Just
Brad, thank you for joining us tonight. Cody Montana says, "You're killing me, Smalls."
Yeah.
That's saying a lot. Great one. All right. You got to watch both Creed movies. Yeah.
I think I've seen some of the second one. With the
Yeah, you need to check out the Creed movies, man. They're strong. Sylvester Stallone got robbed for supporting actor. In my opinion. Our Dell movies, you got to watch both Creed movies. Just read that. Dirk said, honorable mention, Caddyshack. Ah, another great one.
Yep.
Johnny's Boutique Podcast. If anyone is in search of snagging a t-shirt / hoodie, a coffee cup, a face mask, or even a sticker, Pop may tell you exactly where you can snag some goodies. Cheers, fellas. Shameless plug. Appreciate it, Johnny. I just promise you I didn't make him say that. No, Dead Pit put one of my shirts with my logo on it on their website. It says shop.deadpit.com. So I did a stream with their MWO podcast last night, and me and CK started talking, and he offered to put one of my shirts on their store, which was very nice of him. So you guys go buy. It's on sale for $13. Come on, guys, $13. You can use that to wax your car with it.
You can get a face mask, as Brian pointed out, with Pop's face on it.
You can get a Pop's baseball tee too.
Yeah, there you go. I want to see. Not that COVID's about over, but I want to see Brian walk in the movie theater with his gallon bucket of popcorn, wearing a Pop's mask. That's what I want to see.
You know I will.
Got to see it. Make my day. All right. Dell Movie says Major League, Bull Durham, Hoop Dreams, When We Were Kings, original rollerball. I just got the original rollerball. What was in my stack here, but I think. All right. Surprised no one had Best of the Best. Another good one.
Mm-hmm.
Scholar 22 says some of the favorites. Varsity Blue, White Man Can't Jump. Damn, that would have been a good one.
Yeah, it was.
See, the problem is most of these movies, I've been collecting boutique titles for the last 3 years, and I have, thinned out some of my collection to make room for all these. So most of these movies are on my Voodoo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot of physical copy. All these movies are mentioned, I got on my Voodoo. Any Given Sunday on my Voodoo. I don't have any physical copy of it. So I need to fix that, I guess. I didn't realize how few sports movies I actually had on physical media when I started going through stuff. So, all right, White Man Can't Jump, Slapshot, Ford versus Ferrari, that's a good one. I like the movie a lot more than I thought I would. I, Tanya, Rocky, Dodgeball, and Major League.
Yeah, nobody picked Slapshot, which is a very good hockey movie.
The shot just put that steelbook out.
Super PC, not PC at all. Craziness. It's got
Paul Newman.
Paul Newman. Yeah, Paul Newman.
Paul
plays
Newman.
the lead in it.
Yep.
The owner of the team, the captain of the team, the head coach.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Rudy. Yeah, Rudy's like, it's hard to believe nobody picked Rudy.
Yeah.
Did anyone pull semi-pro? Nobody pulled semi-pro.
Nobody pulled semi-pro, Trini.
Rob Romano says, got to throw in Arena from 1989. Shows the underworld of the alien boxing circuit. I'll check that one out. Sounds interesting. Paul says, good one, Trini. Funny is, I'm assuming he left out the dirty word there. Scholar said no. Dirk says, well, belt stays with the champ. Yeah. I know. But it's hard to believe that anybody walks away thinking Rocky didn't win. Or at least he accomplished his goal. How about that?
Yeah. He went the distance. That's all he wanted to do. Go the distance with the champ.
Y'all find me on Instagram. We'll continue this discussion after the stream.
I love what Ben Grimm is saying here. He's saying Rocky is the greatest love story ever told. Rocky, borderline sexually assaults Adrian the first time they get together. That was, she wanted it. I get it, but it was a little bit. It was borderline at best. I thought when I'm watching it as a kid, I'm just going, God damn, she said no, dude, like 100 times. He don't stop, and obviously it worked out. They stayed together. Her shyness and all that, but. Alan is infuriated right now. He's like, how dare you?
So not only did he not win, he's a fucking rapist.
Well, Alan, am I crazy? Or was that sex scene a little, it was 1970, whatever, so I don't know. I was like,
she was just playing hard to get.
There you go. All right.
All right. Dirk says there can only be one. Yeah. All right. I'm grabbing a mug, Pops. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. All right, Hook says, Ken Park is my favorite tennis movie.
Well,
Park.
Jason,
Never heard of it.
how's that? How's Ken Park?
I never heard of it.
That's
There we
not
go.
a
Now Jason's in buy mode again.
that's not a sports movie at all. It's a fucked up Larry Clark movie from the director of Kids and Bully.
Oh yeah.
Dirk says, women like that shit back then.
That's my boy Dirk. He stopped
Only in
her.
Florida and Louisiana, Dirk.
He gets
Only in Florida and
way of
Louisiana.
her- He gets in the way of her in the door, and he's like, I don't even forget it. But watch the fucking movie. Tell me what you think is going on.
Which I've seen that movie a million times. And it's borderline. Let's just say that I appreciate your point. But
I appreciate your point, but shut the fuck up about it, all right?
right. Culture Treaty says, Jace, did you pull Cool Runnings?
Not in the top 5. Probably.
You wasn't,
Yeah, probably
you
an
wasn't feeling
honorable
very
mention.
Olympic today.
Cool Runnings.
All right, Rob says, laughing at Brad, perspective on Rocky scene is hysterical, inaccurate.
Boom.
Paul says, condominiums, I don't use
I never use them. That's Rocky too.
Yeah. I was expecting at least someone to pick Sandlot, Caddyshack, Karate Kid, but great picks, guys.
Mhm.
In Rocky's world, no means yes.
Yeah.
Goon was a pretty good hockey movie. That's got Stifler in it, don't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Sean William
Leaf
Scott.
Driver.
Yeah.
Leaf
Jay
Driver's
Bart,
doing
no.
it.
Hook says, what's up, fellas? Rocky is my favorite sports movie, if not favorite movie, period. Thank you, Hook. Welcome to the chat. JS says, just rewatched a clip from The Natural. Good old Robert Redford cracking a home run off the lights while his girlfriend's in the stands. Classic.
That's another one I have to get.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Natural. Yeah.
Hook said, for real though, Rad is my number one sports movie. Yeah.
BMX movie, I think.
Yep.
Dale says, have a good night, guys. Dale, appreciate you being here, man. You have a good one.
Yep.
All right. You guys want to show the honorable mentions?
Yeah.
I already pushed them on.
How many honorable mentions do you want to do here? I got 3 in
Whatever
my
you got.
hand.
Go ahead.
Most of mine have been mentioned, but whatever.
I got
Well,
like 10.
This is a newer movie. It's an A24 title. I hate this fucking actor. I think he's a soulless piece of shit. It's garbage. Sold out in the worst way possible, but and he's not very talented to begin with. I mean, the movies he's good in, he didn't have any part in the production. But it's Uncut Gems with Adam
Yeah.
Sandler. I almost said Arnold Schwarzenegger, another piece of shit. Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems. I think he's great in this. I think he does a great job in this. Is it a sports movie? I don't know, but it centers around sports. The final
Yeah,
act is the big sports game. The moment, he's a degenerate fucking scumbag gambler of the worst sort. Borrowing money today to pay the bills for tomorrow. I mean, he's just a low life scumbag guy. It's the Swarovski brothers, I believe. Safdie brothers.
Safety Brothers.
They did that other movie with the
Good
pretty
Time.
girl. Good Time. Yeah, I got to check that out. But I saw this. I was totally surprised by it. That Adam Sandler could actually act and do a good job. This is the role he was built for. It's just that he put on the prosthetic teeth and goatee and all that stuff. He's totally believable in it. He plays a degenerate gambler. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, you can get this for fucking nothing, $4 or $5. Or you can get the Criterion 4K. Next is another comedy. This is actually a comedy. I'm kind of surprised nobody mentioned this at all, but if you haven't seen it, Beer League with Artie Lang.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is a fucking blast. The banter in this is outrageously fun. It's R-rated comedy for a reason. It is not at all for kids. It is so much fun. Just the shit they talk to each other is hilarious. I could go on and on about this movie. This movie gets no love whatsoever. Artie
That's
Lang
great.
paid for it himself. You can get this. I think this is around $20 on Blu-ray just because it's low print. But this one is a lot of fun. Ralph Macchio's in it. I mean, the cast's already. You got this crazy old man. I never know his fucking name. It's over here. He's been in a ton of stuff. There's a scene in this movie where they have a bachelor party, and they're getting ready to go to the bachelor party, and all these guys are invited, including the old man, and all their wives and girlfriends. There's a montage of them getting asked what goes on at the bachelor party by their girlfriends and wives and stuff. And the montage ends with this old geezer and his wife of like 50 years. She goes, "We've been married for 50 years. You still won't tell me what goes on at a bachelor party?" He's painting a painting, and he pulls out the cigar out of his mouth and he goes, "Fuck off," and then just goes right back to painting. I mean, this is the kind of humor you're going to get in it. It's hilarious. It's a great time. I love this movie.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Go ahead, Alan. Have you seen that movie?
I have not, but I made a note. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab it.
Definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
There's a release that MVD did on that, I think. I don't
This
think
is
it's
the MVD release.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I think I got this from Hamilton Books. Fairly
Yeah.
reasonable.
Yeah,
I'll
I mean,
pick it
mine
up.
will be
That's right
there.
down my alley.
That
pick
is
it up.
this is an out and out. There's a stripper. I don't even want to go into all of it. This is fucking great.
Yeah, you sold me on it. I'm gonna have to check it out.
It's beer league. It's about a rec softball team. They
Right.
play rec softball, and it's in like New Jersey. They take it very, very serious. Anyway, beer league. It's a good one. If this is a sports movie, which I don't quite think it is, if this is a sports movie, it's my number one. It's not even close to any other ones. But we kind of discussed it earlier backstage, or not backstage, on a stream we had prior, that it's not a sports movie, but it's Darren Aronofsky's The Wrestler. If this is a sports movie, it's number one for me. This is one of my top 10 all-time favorite movies. It never changes. I fucking love this movie. Yes, it has the big sporting event at the end, the big climax, the big show that he has to go to. Anybody that hasn't seen this, stop this stupid fucking stream and run and watch this movie if you haven't seen this before.
Yeah.
This is one of the best movies you will ever see. You should honestly be ashamed of yourself. Your parents raised you fucking wrong if you haven't seen this movie already. This is a fan-fucking-tastic movie. Great performance. Mickey Rourke's comeback. Darren Aronofsky does great work, Requiem for a Dream, whatnot. But Mickey Rourke steals the fucking well, doesn't steal the show. He's the star for a reason. Great performance by his best performance of his career. Definitely fucking check this out.
I like when he's working the lunch counter at the deli.
Yeah, he sees like a woman that's like 100 years old. What you having, spring chicken?
And I would like to state that me and Brian and Jace all think your parents raised y'all great. So just so you know. All right.
Somebody told me recently they sent me like something on Instagram. They're like, "I just watched your recent video," and they quote, and in quotations, "fuck your mother" is all they sent me, and I went, "What the hell is he talking about?" And I said, I just sent a question mark back, and he goes, he sent me a video clip of me turning to the camera and go, "Fuck your mother." No memory of it. But if you take one thing from this stream, buy this piece of shit Blu-ray. We didn't get a 4K of it. It does have good pretty decent special features on it. But buy this thing, you can get it for nothing. Watch this movie. This is the best movie that we mentioned on this whole stream, including Rocky.
No, hell no. I've seen that movie 3 or 4 times. It ain't even with a pimple on Rocky's ass. Come on, man.
I thought he was going to let that slide under.
No, hell no.
Rocky is not in my top 10. It's an all-time classic, but The Wrestler is.
Yeah. Hey, man, I respect it, but you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Jace, what you got for honorable mentions? Ben, you got anything?
Basically, I think most things we meant, if we are counting Uncut Gems and The Wrestler, yeah, I got to put those. I mean, you just mentioned it. You've said it all, man. I love those two movies. Really good stuff. There's also, I would have had Bad News Bears honorable mention. I've got that on imprint. Both of you guys mentioned it in your top fives. Really enjoyable film. I love the heck out of that. White Man Can't Jump is another one I really enjoyed. I actually just watched that about a year ago. I finally picked it up. It's in my collection somewhere. I got to find it. But just the chemistry between Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson in that film is gold. and Rosie
yeah.
Perez
Yeah,
in there as well. Damn, man,
Rosie
it's
Perez with
a
the
fun
rack.
movie. But
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
have one next to me. This one I could have put in my top five. Again, is it totally sport? I think it is. It's Martin Scorsese's Color of Money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about
Hell yeah.
pool, and again about hustling, gambling, which really, let's be honest, is about sport these days. Everyone's into gambling sports. So
Yeah.
obviously, this is a sequel to the movie The Hustler, which is a great movie starring Paul Newman. The Hustler is
yeah.
probably more of a drama. There's kind of one big pool sort of showdown in that film with Minnesota Fats, but this one definitely a lot more pool. You got Tom Cruise, very young, cocky Tom Cruise. And Paul Newman's like the old fox, and he starts kind of training Tom Cruise, and they go through all these little seedy pool holes, and like, you know, all about the hustle, you know, trying to show that you're not that good, but you really are. And I think it's really well made. And then eventually, obviously, there comes a big tournament at the end, and Paul Newman enters it, and he actually versus Tom Cruise, and they have this sort of match, and it's just really cool. And from memory, Paul Newman kind of pulls out because he feels that Tom Cruise is all about the money now. He's actually not about the actual pool game and winning.
Yeah.
He's only worried about the hustle and the actual money side of things, which so it's all about that. And I just love at the end when Paul Newman and Tom Cruise have this like little, they sort of at the end they have this little practice game, and Paul Newman says to him, "Don't worry, kid. If I'm going to see you, if it's not here, it's going to be Florida. If it's not Florida, it's going to be Texas. Not Texas, it's going to be Atlanta. I'll get you one day in these tournaments." So it sort of brings back the Fast Eddie Felson was Paul Newman's character, kind of brings him back to his day. And yeah, great movie. Very underrated Scorsese film, dude. I enjoyed this one a heck of a lot. So, yeah, I don't think anyone mentioned this today, but Color of Money.
Yeah, it's like it's billiards, you know what I mean? As a sport, it's one of those things where we're gonna put card playing in there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just such a.
Well, again, like I just said, just what you mentioned about Uncut Gems, gambling is now a big part of sports. It's a big, you know. So I think, I mean, pool, hustling, cards, it's all in there.
And that leads into one of my questions. I was gonna have Rounders. Would Rounders be considered a sports movie? Yes, I was going to pull that one, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So okay.
I would have that as my honorable mention too. Rounders is such a great movie.
Oh, man, it's great. But I wasn't 100%, so I didn't pull it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got anything else, Jace?
Right. That's it for me. Yeah.
All right, I got quite a bit here. Sorry, guys.
Go right ahead, dude.
This one is actually a really cool edition of Slapshot. It's like a VHS tape.
Awesome.
But it's a Blu-ray in there. There's a Blu-ray in there. It's from Target. It opens up like a clamshell and just has
clamshell. That's nice.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah, this is a really good movie. Yeah. It's got a bunch of crazy banter, just kind of like Bad News Bears and stuff. It's kind of like that, but for hockey to me. Yeah. Paul Newman's a great coach in here. Yeah.
What do they call the Hansons? The Hanson brothers?
Yeah, the Hanson brothers.
Hanson brothers.
Yeah.
They show up to play hockey and they open their suitcases and it's just like all full of toys. Like dirty magazines and shit like that. They're like, this is a joke. And then it turns out they like can skate like the wind and they're great.
Yeah. Next one here is this one's hard to find on, I think it's out of print on Blu-ray, but for certain reasons or whatever, but I'm not going to get into that tonight. But that's Lucas with Corey Haim and Charlie Sheen and Winona Ryder.
Shit.
And this has some controversy with Charlie Sheen and Corey Haim and the behind-the-scenes stuff in this. But Courtney Thorne-Smith's also in here from and Gary Cole. Courtney Thorne-Smith from Summer School and According to Jim and stuff. But yeah, this is just a good little football movie I watched as a kid.
Brian, excuse me 1 minute, whatever. I just want to make sure that Caveman knows. Caveman, we're going to get to the chat in just a minute, buddy. We see you. So just hold tight. We're gonna get you in just a minute.
Sorry, next one up here is a comedy. It's Necessary Roughness. I did just get this one on Blu-ray, but I'm not sure where it is. But it's got an all-star cast. Got Sinbad, Scott Bakula, Jason Bateman, Kathy Ireland. Just I don't know. It's a really funny movie. If you haven't seen it,
that's a good one. I've seen that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Brian is schooling me tonight. I gotta look up these movies.
You never heard of these movies, Chase?
No.
No, Lucas
That's-
will be hard to find though, because it's like out of print Blu-ray, and the DVD is
Okay.
hard to find too. So, and then I got, of course, the Duck trilogy.
Yeah.
Right
Got
on.
those.
All three of them.
Nice.
Mhm.
Disney Movie Club.
Had to get those.
This I would. I mean, this is kind of like a made-up sport, kind of like basketball, but that's Fury Fast.
Oh yeah,
I think that's a good sports movie.
Broken
With,
Lizard guys.
Broken Lizard, Super Trooper guys. I always like every one of their movies. Club Dread needs a Blu-ray like crazy, but this is a hilarious one. They were supposed to make Pot Fest, but they never did. Next one I have is The Sandlot, of course.
There we go.
Great movie.
That's a nice
Yeah.
slip.
Yeah, the slipcover it
Yeah.
feels like a baseball actually. Like the
that's
slipcover,
awesome.
the texture is awesome, and it comes with like baseball cards inside too. But yeah, just everybody's great in this movie. The whole cast is just awesome. This probably would be like a number one pick, but I try to be a little different. And then you can't. The Wendy Peppercorn like lifeguard scene is hilarious.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The magic moment and all that.
made him a legend.
With Squints.
Yeah.
There's so many funny scenes in that movie. Cool Runnings,
Yep.
always a great one with
Love
John Candy. Dougie Doug is pretty good in this one. I didn't know that Hans Zimmer did the score to this. That's interesting.
I
Yeah.
don't know that either.
Cool Runnings.
It's a fun one. I got that one too. I like that.
And we got another a baseball double feature here, and it's a League of Their Own and The Natural.
Yeah, League of Their Own. Got
Both
that one.
awesome movies. League of Their Own, no crying in baseball. You know the famous line.
Rogers Hornsby was my manager.
Yeah. Yep. Haven't seen The Natural before, so I really wanted to check that one out. I know it's got Robert Duvall and Glenn Close in here, Robert Redford, but just never checked it out. Just got the double pack for League of Their Own, and came with that too. It was like $3. So,
Yeah.
and then you guys were talking about there not being many soccer movies, and this one's one from my childhood that I enjoyed, and that's The Big Green. Yeah. With Ham Porter from Sandlot.
Yeah.
It's a funny one.
I
It's
haven't
got-
seen that one.
You haven't seen this one?
Uh-uh.
Steve Guttenberg's in here too. I think it also has the kid who plays Squints in it too. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's a fun one. It's the same people who did Angels in the Outfield. So
Okay.
I think it has a Disney Movie Club exclusive. I just haven't picked it up yet.
Tony's in the chat. I'm sure he's got it.
Yeah, Tony definitely has it.
Yeah. Is that all you
That's a
got?
fun one, the Big Green.
That's all I got. That's my stack.
Nice.
Well,
Very nice.
I've already talked about the rest of my honorable mentions. I got one more, and of course that's another Tom Cruise, All the Right Moves.
Oh yeah.
Him and Christopher Penn, early '80s, early Tom Cruise movie. Might be one of his first besides The Outsiders, but yeah, this is a solid flick.
What does he do in that? What's it?
He's a high school football player.
Okay.
Yeah, high school
Yeah.
football player.
I forgot about this one, man.
Yeah, it's one of his earlier movies.
Yeah,
that's,
got Craig Nelson in there too.
Yeah, Craig T. Nelson plays the coach, and him and Christopher Penn plays like his best buddy or whatever. Maybe is it his brother or his friend? I don't remember. But I think Leah Thompson, is it Leah Thompson is his girlfriend?
Mm-hmm.
Leah
Thompson's
Thompson.
girlfriend, yeah.
So pretty solid movie. I mean, it's a high school football drama, but he's a prospect, and Craig T. Nelson just rides his ass. And their back and forth is always real good. So that's all I got, guys. That's the only one I had that I hadn't already talked about.
That's the only one I think no one mentioned this. Remember the Titans. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Denver,
that's
Washington.
another strong one.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom Cruise is a sex scene in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing that in Scream, where she says if you freeze it right, you can see his penis.
Yeah, and Leah Thompson is in that scene
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
if you want to see Leah Thompson.
You want to see Tom
Hey.
Cruise's dick. All the right moves, everybody in the chat.
Ready to Rumble is another honorable mention for me.
Oh shit, yeah.
Okay.
Rocket Rumble's an awesome wrestling.
Man, there's a
movie.
ton. There's a ton. Like I said, I was limited because I wanted to have the physical release to show whatever, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, but I've thinned up my collection so much for these boutique titles to make room for them. A lot of these titles, just like I said on Voodoo, so I kind of
I'd
hate
say
it.
Pumping Iron would be a sports movie too.
Yeah,
Pumping
it would.
Iron, yeah.
It would.
We did talk a little bit, like no documentaries. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you go to sports documentaries, shit, we'd be here all fucking night.
Right.
Oh, another
many
one I
great
forgot
sport
to mention. He Got Game. I like that one too. Denzel.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right, guys, we're gonna get caught up on the chat here. We're a little over 2 hours here. We're gonna get caught up on the chat, and
Okay.
I'm gonna have to head on out of here. I got an early morning.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, let's see here, guys. Where we at? For Love of the Game was a pretty good baseball movie. I think that's about where we were. All the Right Moves got to be an honorable mention. Yeah, Rob. If you're still here, we just did that. Paul says was just about to mention it, Brad. I don't remember what that was about. Paul says
Wrestler,
good
maybe.
one. It's Kohler, maybe it was. I think it was Beer League. It was Beer League.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because Kohler says love Beer League. Caveman Movies and More. How's it going, buddy?
Go on, man.
And
What up?
Robert Mono. Caveman Movies and More said, where is everyone? I think he was having some issues because I got a message on one of my videos. It's from 2 minutes ago. It says, "Hey, I was kicked off all y'all's friends lists."
Okay.
So I don't know what that's all about, but I don't know, Caveman. We've been sitting there just streaming, buddy. We ain't done nothing. Caveman says, "Where is everyone?" So I don't know. Dirk says, "Hell yeah, Wrestler is raw as hell." Caveman says, "Brian and Ed Potts both did great content." I appreciate it, Caveman.
Thank you, buddy.
Hollow Note says, "Brad, do you have Alan's address?"
Yes, I do.
He knows where to find me if he needs to. Dirk said, "Color and Money, Paul Newman is gold in that." Yeah,
Sure is.
I watched that within the last year. I watched that. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
All right, Rob Romano, honorable mention, Side Out, beach volleyball movie from the '90s. I just got that from the VHS one
Yeah, I have
with
that
C.
too.
Thomas Howell and Courtney Thorne Smith.
Yep. That's a fun movie, man.
Yeah. Now Courtney Thorne Smith, that's the girl that was in summer school, right?
Yeah, she's the
The-
one I was talking about, and I forget what movie she was in, but yeah, from According to Jim and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did anyone say Happy Gilmore? Yes,
Yep.
that was my
was-
where's that? That
Oh,
was my number 5 pick.
Yeah.
So that was number 5.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ben Grimm says breakdancing is an Olympic sport, so Breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo should be up there.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey.
I have that Shout Factory
Yeah.
double feature.
Caveman says, "Can you all see me?" Yeah, we got you, man. All right, Dirk says might need to watch Slapshot.
Dirk,
Yeah, I need to
you'll do
rewatch
that.
that too.
I gotta watch
Rob-
Any Given Sunday. That's what I'm thinking about.
Brad, you take this one. Luca Placia.
Placia? I don't know.
Dirk says Lucas is pure nostalgia for me. I used to watch that a lot as a kid. Yeah, I haven't seen it since I was much younger. It's been a long time.
Yep.
That's like an 85, 84, 85 release, ain't it? Something like that. Maybe earlier than that.
Yeah.
Johnny Be Good came to mind. I may have seen it back in the day, but it has a brutal rating in IMDb.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
have
Johnny Be Good's got Anthony Michael Hall and there you go.
Yeah,
I seen that in theaters, but that thing bombed in theaters, man.
Uma Thurman in a real young Uma Thurman role,
Oh damn. Okay.
and
okay.
Paul Gleason's in here too.
All right, Hollow Note says I am shocked, appalled, and quite frankly disgusted with all your number ones. Is not Bring It On.
If they had a rated X version, it'd been Alan's number 1.
Dirk says
Over the
Over the
Top.
Top is another honorable.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
damn it.
Stallone.
That would have been a great
I
one.
gotta- yeah.
Oh,
That's a good
Caveman
one.
said, "Who can do walking impersonation from Balls of Fury?"
Shotgun King Cow.
Voodoo Magic, what's going on? Does the movie Who Stole the
Robbie.
Blu-rays count? Evan was holding a baseball bat.
Yeah, it's an in-house joke. I get that.
Hope says, "I went to school with a girl who looked like Squints."
It's,
Robert Monto's laughing at Holland. All right. Ed Jace, appreciate the info on JBHIFI.
Maybe high five.
Okay. Never heard of it before. Got that show for my wife for 21 shipped. Okay.
Always, man.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Scolder 22. I think no one mentioned the Friday Night Lights. Another good one. Billy Bob Thornton. That's a solid flick.
Yep.
It's totally different, but made a good TV show, too. All right, caveman movies and more. For the love of the game as an older person coming of age and an adult and how love prevails. Yeah, that's another good one.
Field of Dreams is another good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Field of Dreams. No.
Robert Money says, yeah, Pops, I'm glad someone called it. All the Right Moves is killer.
Another one that I forgot to mention, Tin Cup. Kevin
Yeah.
Costner.
Yeah.
That was good.
All right. He says, I love ass riding. Y'all fucking me up. All right. Scolder 22 says, North Dallas 40, son of a bitch. Love that movie. Damn it. We need to do a round 2 of this, guys. Damn it. All right. Paul says, gets in trouble for TP in the coach's house. Yeah. And All the Right Moves. And that's brutal when he sees him leaving. You know, he knows he's busted. He knows practice is going to suck. So, our Scolder 22, Miracle. That's another good one with Kurt
Miracle.
Russell.
Yeah, I like Invincible with Mark Wahlberg. That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. There's just so many of them, guys. So many.
Yeah.
All right. Red Army is a great documentary about the Russian Olympic team of the 70s.
Okay.
I think I've seen that one. Tin Cut with Rene Russo and Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. Yeah.
Johnny's Boutique Podcast. Fellas, y'all killed it. Much love, fellas. Johnny, appreciate it, buddy. We will see you in a couple days.
Yeah. See you when I see you.
Scholar 22 says, Last Dance, great series.
Yeah. Michael Jordan. Yeah.
Cody says, good stream, guys. Have a great night, everyone. Cody, take care, buddy. Have a good night, man.
Take care, Cody.
Just a weird YouTube limit.
Okay.
All right. Challenger 5150. Jace has got to a hard MF being from down under. Everything is trying to kill you down there.
Still here.
You should have seen him try to go get gas whenever he had to fight Mad Max for it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what most Americans think about Australia. They think it's Mad Max for the Road Warrior.
He rides a kangaroo to work.
Yeah. It's always about the kangaroos. Anybody who makes reference to Australia.
He just streamlines Fosters. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Caveman says, sometimes you have to just say, what the fuck?
That's a Tom Cruise quote.
Yeah, that's from Risky Business. Anthony's Horn Moore. Seabiscuit is a good one, too. I had never seen Seabiscuit, but I know a lot of people that are fans of it.
Toby Maguire.
Yeah. Robert Mino says, We Are Marshall was another pretty fun football movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scholar 22, as Talladega Nights wasn't number 1, you're all fired. I remember renting Lucas and copying it with an old Go video recorder. Who remembers those?
Yeah, I used to have one of those. The dual deck VCRs.
Yeah.
Yep. Used to
JS,
rent-
a solid stream. Appreciate it, JS.
Used to rent the tape and then copy it to in my own tape.
It's always a scam with Brian.
Always.
He even got a deal on the blank tapes.
Yeah, exactly.
From the store.
They fell off the truck.
All right. Our Caveman says, and Leary's clothesline. We just shot a 12. All right, Dirk said, the end of Requiem for a Dream, another honorable ass-to-ass endurance.
My boy Dirk.
Anthony's Horde more. Kingpin is great, too.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Don't have a bull. All right. Paul says, LMAO CP. Dirk says, great stream, y'all. Not big on sports flicks, but y'all reminded me how many good ones there are. Yeah, me too, man. Like I said, my list kind of sucked compared to some ones y'all's mentioned. But, all right. Caveman Movies and More says, YouTube list for Moose People's friends list for no reason.
I don't know.
I didn't even know there was a friends list.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a friends list. I wasn't sure.
Sure
All right,
is.
Pure Hangout, what's going on, man? Seabiscuit is responsible for all the aching back jokes in the Spider-Man movies. Toby Edgered is really bad on that horse. Okay.
Yeah, Coco and I have been watching a lot of Pure Hangout lately. He's got a real good channel.
Yeah. I've been subscribed to him for a while, man. He's got fun stuff. I like the one where he pulls like 3 random movies off the shelf and then ranks them.
Yep.
That's my favorite. All right. No, the best thing he does, I don't know if he still does them or not. I watched him a while back, but he goes through drive-thrus, and to see him get his mustache when it's not curled up, and he gets like 2 clothespins, and has to pin his mustache up so he can eat his hamburger. It's fantastic. All right. Robert Money says, good time, guys. See you on the next one. Appreciate you being here, buddy, as always. All right. Lurch close line, dang spell check. All right, guys. I got to get on out of here. I got to get up early in the morning. This has been a blast. I appreciate everybody being here. Let me get rid of that there. I mean, we always seem to have the same 10 or 12 people here every time, man. You guys are just absolutely fantastic, guys. I know I love you guys to death. You guys got anything y'all want to say? I feel like I'm running my mouth.
Fun times, man. That was, great fun doing something a little bit different because a lot of people, I haven't seen too many people do like a sports stream for a while. So it was fun going through all these, and it was good because all of us basically had all different movies. So it made it a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Educational.
And
I ended up buying shit, so that's always a good time.
We made it through a stream without Alan buying one movie. That is.
well, I haven't bought it yet, but I'm probably going to get Beer League. So that's probably going to be a bought ass. Anytime you got Artie Lang and Ralph Macchio on the title card, come on, man. I can't pass that up.
Hilarious.
Don't pass it up. It's great.
Yeah.
But Friday night, me, Brian Goes Blue, Pop's Movie Dungeon, Johnny's Boutique Podcast. We're going to do a Severin top stream. It's going to be good. I know Alan's got another stream Saturday with Tim Talks Talkies.
Yeah, Johnny's in that one also. Brian, are you in that stream also on Saturday? No? I couldn't remember. All right, but that's going to be the top 5 space movies with Tim Talks Talkies on Saturday.
I'm going to try to see The Northman on Saturday.
Oh,
okay.
sweet. Yeah, that's going to be
nice.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm seeing it on the weekend as well. Looking forward to that.
Is that fucking out?
Yeah.
It comes out tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Comes
I'm
out
I'm going to try to catch it on
right
Sunday.
now.
going to get a matinee
Yeah.
in tomorrow and check that shit out, hopefully.
Well, guys, y'all got anything else?
I appreciate everybody wanting to do this stream. I didn't know how, sports streams. I knew Jace was fucking down. Come on. I knew that.
Yeah.
Sick bastard that he is. But, glad that everybody had fun with it, and I had fun with it, and
Yeah, I had fun with it.
on to the next one.
Yeah, man.
Let's
So-
just see if
great idea.
I can keep my Eastwood title when we actually do that one.
No.
That'll be just-
I'm going all Eastwood next time. I don't
Top
give a damn what the
5.
category is. Top 5 slasher movies, Eastwood, every fucking one of them. Play Mischief for me 5 times.
Top 10 Eastwood. Bring it.
Yeah.
Man, come on, man. Come on. That'll be a 9-hour stream.
That's what I mean. Like, we can't do top 10 because if we do,
Nah.
it's going to be 4 fucking guys with 10 different titles talking about them every which way. Top
Yeah.
5 is probably the best we could do, but he's got
Yeah.
fucking 60 titles or something, It
Yeah.
could be Clint Eastwood directed or acted. I mean, I don't know. He's in every movie he directs. So,
Yeah.
except
Oh,
for American Sniper, he was not in that.
Well, yeah, and he wasn't in. There's a couple other ones he wasn't in. I think the other one. Oh yeah, that
Letters of
50,
Iwo
17
Jima?
Paris, that was terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. We got the
Oh yeah,
real-
the Flags of Our Father, and
Yeah.
yeah, he wasn't in those. That's,
And I love him to
that's
death,
another
man, but I really don't want to see him act in any more movies, man. The Cry Macho, I was so afraid the whole movie was going to fall over, hurt itself. And, come on, man. And then he throws the punch. I mean, he's just too old. I hate it. I mean, maybe direct a few more, but I don't think he needs to act anymore, and I hate to say
Like
that.
I said, Gran Torino would have been a nice exit from his
Absolutely.
to be honest.
Perfect ending,
Yes.
in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Even though the Mule was enjoyable, I did enjoy the Mule, but you're
Mule
correct.
was
Gran
enjoyable,
Torino would have
but
been a great
Gran Torino.
right off in the sunset moment,
I thought he did a great
That
job.
movie
too.
is fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
When he pulls it, he's in the jacket, and then it's like, oh man, yeah, that's for another stream though. You don't want to spoil
A
that.
whole other
No.
fucking thing.
No.
A whole other thing.
What's the line that says? And what was funny is Scott Eastwood is the kid that's walking down the road that he's talking shit about. You know, his son Scott Eastwood. I didn't realize that until I watched it a couple times later.
He's like, these guys don't want to be your friend, and I don't fucking blame them.
Right. Yeah, what does he say? You ever walk across somebody you realize you shouldn't fuck with, or something like that? Yeah. It's such a badass, man. Come on, legend. All right, y'all get me all excited. I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah, that's for another night.
Yeah, guys, thank y'all for being here. We're gonna check on out, but we will see you guys soon.
See you guys.
See you on Wednesday or Friday. See you on Friday.